Just disrespect the TPA podcast. And no, this is not awful. But Alexa Bliss is. How you guys doing?
Oh, ooh, girl. We'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah,
We'll get we'll get to that soon, actually. But yeah. What is up, guys?
Oh, brother, I'll let y'all get to that because apparently I can't speak about it no more.
Apparently. What do you mean apparently? Is there a new rule now? You're not allowed to speak on the word. Oh! I know that. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, episode 49, guys. What the fuck is happening? We are almost at episode 50. I want to do something special for episode 50. I don't know what the fuck it is. Probably just be a Q&A. We'll think about it. This is gonna be a much bigger episode because so much shit fucking happened. What is up, guys? Let me go check the chat. Brandon will come in soon. He's family issue right now. Um, yeah, all that stuff. But yeah, everyone say what's up. Say what we got going on.
hello.
Oh my god. Let me go check what's up. But yeah, we got obviously the Raw and SmackDown reviews. We got NXT, and then everything, literally everything happened this week,
But
and
we got
all of
so
it
much
being
stuff.
problematic and or bad.
We got so much stuff that we got to breeze through these pay-per-views that happened
We're gonna have
last
to breeze through
weekend.
Raw and SmackDown and the pay-per-views, and we will barely even talk about the Fight for the Fallen show because let's be real, that shit was not worth talking about.
I didn't even watch it.
This is
Only
In fact, you
okay.
want to just get
So
that over? You want to just get that over with, like a like a 1 minute review of that, so we can just get it out of the way because it didn't really
I don't
matter.
even care about the review because I didn't watch. I want to talk about what happened at the fucking end of the pay-per-view. That's what I
Oh
want to talk
boy,
about because that's the
shit.
biggest talking point. So you had the tag team match between the Young Bucks and Coda. No, Kenny. Who was it?
It was
Was it
Kenny.
the
Okay, no, first, okay, so after the match, it was the Young Bucks versus the Rhodes Brothers.
Cody
It was the main
and
event.
Dusty
The
and
Young Bucks
Dustin, right?
won,
Okay.
and then after that, like they get on the mic. The Young Bucks get on the mic, and they kind of have a stare off, and they just basically talk about like, man, like we heard the hype of the Rhodes Brothers and like the allure, but we just learned tonight that you guys are one of the best tag teams we've ever been in the ring with ever. All this stuff, and they're about to cut this great promo, I guess. And like for once, the Young Bucks were about to be respectful human beings and baby faces. And then you hear Kenny's music, and it's like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. And then you hear either Matt or Nick Jackson saying, "Oh, we must be late on time." So guys. If you guys remember All In, the first show they did before they were AEW, the main event was the Young Bucks versus, I believe, was it the Lucha Bros? I think it was.
I think it was the Young Bucks and crap. It was the Young Bucks and so
Young
no,
Bucks.
it was I think it was the no, it wasn't the Elite either. The Young Bucks teamed
What?
up with somebody.
It was
Oh,
Young Bucks with somebody versus I think Ray was on the show.
Ver-
Anyway,
oh yeah,
Versus
yeah, yeah.
Ray, Phoenix, and it was either fuck, I can't remember.
Whatever.
I
the
can't.
point
It
is they
was a
had
great match.
a the match was so long that they ran out of time.
No, their match didn't go on too long. Okada versus Marty Scurll went on too
They
long.
Right.
didn't
But
they
still,
didn't
they
time
just
it. They
barely
didn't
made
time
it.
it
Like
perfectly.
they just barely made it to the end of the show. But
Exactly, because
And that's
when they hit the finish, Phoenix was about to break it up, but then Matt had to get into his ear. It was like, no, it's the finish. We're running out of time.
although I can't excuse this show because they went like what 20 minutes. Like that Rhodes Brothers match went like 20-25 minutes. It wasn't even that good. First of all,
Me, John, and Ashley were terrified that this was going to go the whole 60 minutes.
60. Wait,
so
how? No. Well, first of all,
It
that
was
so
the match had a 60-minute time limit.
so
it's a pay per
we
view though. It's a time limit to the show. Like they
so this
can't
tag
go
match
over.
clearly ran way too long than it should have, and that's why they couldn't cut their promo. Because then you have Kenny and the Tony Khan and all them. They coming out, Cody and all
With the
them
big check.
about to talk about the big charity segment, and they bring out this huge check. And during that part, they want to throw some shade to
Because
WWE.
why not?
the counter programming. I'm like, you want to throw shade during a charity segment. You want to throw shade during the
There's a
charity
time and
segment.
a place to
And,
do
and
something,
which
guys.
earlier in a few weeks ago, you got Kentucky Omega on fucking Twitter want to be the whole moral ground and say how y'all can have an Evolve show on the same day as we having a charity event. You have
Kentucky,
Kenny
yeah,
trying to.
yeah,
You had
Kentucky
Kenny.
Omega.
Kenny, you have no one to talk about problematic and dirty Eve when you booked a fucking pedophile on on a charity show you did a year ago. Okay, that's number one. How you not know this fucker was a pedophile? And then number two, let's not get into your history when it comes to certain situations. Like, let's not listen.
I mean,
Yeah,
in the Vol's offense, they didn't know y'all was gonna be doing a charity show. They been planned out the 10th anniversary show.
so you make all this hoopla on fucking Twitter, and then we get to the fucking show, and then y'all want to throw shade at them.
Dude, Evolve and everybody just sitting there is like, bro, we been planning this show. Y'all the niggas that decided to run the show in last notice.
Any
And,
other time
and
during
you
this
can't
pay
blame
per
us.
view, they
WWE
could
is the
have
one
thrown
that
the
decided to
shade,
have it on
and
the
I would
network.
still would have been pissed off because it's like y'all continuously at every fucking pay per view have been throwing shade at this company, but you happen to do it during the charity segment. Get the fuck out of here!
He's done it in
Y'all
every show.
corny.
Can you take
That was
the
trash.
reins?
That was trash. How y'all gonna do it during the charity segment? That's trash, fam.
Like they've done it every show. It's like maybe this can be the one show they can take a little break from taking a little shot at. No. I guess not. Okay.
Like,
The first one was cute and all. The second one was whatever, and then this was just stupid. Like, dude, come on.
it's corny.
He's like, "Are you coming with us?" Like, they paid tickets to the show. What do you think they're gonna do, Cody?
Everyone paid attention more about the shade than the actual charity. Let's be real.
No, like, guys, isn't it?
And that is sad. That's sad.
No, like, listen, like,
What was the charity for? What was the charity again? What was the charity again?
It was for gun violence.
The charity, one of the charities that need to be talked about the most for gun violence. Oh my,
The only
fucking goon.
ridiculous, dude. Like, can you, like, there's priorities. There's wrestling, and then there's gun violence. Can you prioritize the gun violence first?
Priorities! Find them!
AEW is fucking corny shit, and I do not have time for that. Like, I'm still gonna be interested in what they do with the women, but other than that, they fucking corny.
Awesome Kong versus Aja Kong.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, this shit is just not, like, this shit's not gonna do any favors, dude.
Speaking of the women, should we even talk about it?
Okay, well, let's talk about it. We had the tag team match between Britt Baker and Riho. Was it Riho?
It might have been Riho.
Yuka Sakazaki.
Versus Bria Priestley and another Japanese female.
That's Sakazaki, yeah.
Britt Baker, everyone was like basically ripping her apart because she made the mistake of tagging the wrong Japanese girl, and then but it turns out she got concussed by Bria Priestley with a kick to, like, the first move that Bria did, she basically kicked Britt Baker in the face.
God damn it, Priestley.
So I'm not gonna blame Bria Priestley for that. I'm not gonna blame Britt Baker for what happened with the whole Japanese girl situation. My thing is, why isn't wrestling Twitter? Why isn't the whole IWC holding Britt Baker for concussing Britt Baker? When everyone came for Brie Bella, what happened last year to fucking Liv Morgan, when they came for Sasha Banks, when they came for Nia Jax, and yes, you can have those merits, and whether you agree or not, you can say all you want, whether about them. But you gotta hold that same standard to Bria Priestley.
The only one that doesn't belong on that is Nia Jax because it looks like that shit was on purpose.
Right, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna criticize Nia Jax, you gotta criticize Bria Priestley too, whether she's a good wrestler or not.
Yeah, being a good wrestler does not excuse you from injuring someone.
It does not excuse you for injuring someone.
Yeah, you can be the best person in the world, but it doesn't mean you can't get criticized when you fuck up.
Owen Hart.
We all know why they're not doing it with Bria Priestley, aka she's white.
Oh, I mean Owen Hart again, like some of the best wrestlers. Owen Hart broke Austin's neck. Fucking like Samoa Joe, like ended Tyson's career, like
Not only ended Tyson's career, but damn near killed him. Damn near murdered.
Like nice shit.
So that's just my thoughts on the
You can still praise the wrestler, but you can just say that hey, they fucked up.
I love Riho. Like she's amazing.
She's great.
It kind of rubs me the wrong way that people on Twitter was like, ha ha, Britt Baker tagged the wrong person. I was just like, bro, y'all do realize she's concussed, right?
No,
that's how my. No, here's the thing. Me and my friend were my friend was watching the pre-show. Like I watched the pre-show with my friend. I saw from the minute B kicked her, she was concussed, and my cousin was about to start laughing, but he looked at it as like, wait, you think she might have tagged her in? Like you think she might have tagged the wrong person because of the concussion? And I looked at him and was like, fam, you know it's because of the concussion.
And now let's outside of that. I mean, here's the thing, like Britt Baker, like I don't want to put the blame on her for that because I guess she got concussed. Like the fact that
you don't know what you have no idea. It's amazing that she continued the match.
That's the thing, like
she shouldn't have.
She shouldn't have, but like just guts, man. Like that's that fucking warrior mentality.
Yeah, because her continuing kind of might have made things worse.
It's the same thing Liv Morgan did. It's the same thing Liv did against Bella.
Now apparently she has a quote unquote significant concussion. So
that's what
probably turned. Another thing.
That's what probably turned a minor concussion into a severe concussion, man. Like, and that's bad because it seems like AEW really wanted to revolve the company around Britt Baker, which they shouldn't. I'm just gonna say Britt Baker is not face the company material in my eyes. Can I just say that right now?
I mean, I ain't gonna say it, but yeah, you already.
Can I use Cody's line? She's a good hand. Sorry.
Whatever. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on that fight for the fallen bullshit.
Yeah, there's not really much else I can say. I mean, yeah, like, and this is the second show in a row. Why do you know? Because what even was the main event of Fighter Fest? Oh yeah, Ambrose, Moxley versus Janela. Okay, but like this, along with Jericho Omega, that's 2 lackluster main events in a row. Like if you not counting the Moxley Janela match.
I mean, just
that Jericho Omega match was ass.
Yeah, I'll still say that was worse than the tag match because at least the tag match did have some good storytelling, but it just went too long. Some really good matches on the show, but at the end of the day, wasn't really that good. And Extreme Rules honestly beat it. So yeah.
I mean, I said it. Extreme Rules going to be the best pay-per-view coming out that weekend.
And we arguably got one of the best shows of the year out of that show. In fact, you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Let's get extreme, baby.
Is it weird is it weird that I think that the Evolve show was neck and neck with it, or do we call that as a pay-per-view? No, it has to be a pay-per-view because they called it an anniversary show.
If you do count it, I would definitely put it second. Like AEW was third.
I don't know if we should count it.
I mean, it's a big show. It was a big show. They had big matches on the show.
I would count it because number one, yeah, it had the NXT title match.
Yeah, NXT title match.
Yeah, see that, and that's the only problem I had with it because I think the title for title match should have been that main event. Like I get it, it's the NXT title and all, but bro, you could have had that been your co-main event.
I can see that argument.
See, honestly, for me, I wanted Riddle Gulak to main event because I thought that had the best story going into it. But
yeah, because both
honestly, I think that, right? Yeah, like and like honestly, that was probably the best match they've had together, and my favorite match of the night. Just really good shit. Like that whole show was really good. I mean, Josh Briggs I'm not into, and there was also a couple of spots on the show I wasn't into. There were some production fuck ups. The Titantron guy, what the fuck were you doing?
Yeah,
He was not there. Oh, brother, but yeah, like
he lost his job.
it's like this is the big leagues now, boy. Come on now.
Well, we out here being put on the WWE network, and you out here fucking up like this, man. Somebody check his legs out real quick.
But yeah, Extreme Rules, really fucking good show. Really fucking good.
Yeah.
I kind of want to like. You want to do like different format for this? You want to do like the negatives and then do the positives?
Yeah.
There weren't many. I'm doing negatives first because there weren't many.
No.
I feel like Joe Kofi only went 9 minutes. That was kind of disappointing.
Wait, that only went 9 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, only went 9 minutes.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, man. Like, because I feel like it was just getting good, and then it just ended. And like, what? Like, all right. I mean, I love that Kofi's being booked as a dominant champion, which is awesome, and he's still the best champion in the company. I'm not even gonna get into those people. Honestly, those people don't even deserve a fucking mention. People that think Kofi's not a good champion.
I'm not gonna blame her because again, I don't think she's bad. I think she still just needs work in the ring, and just slowly she will improve over time. But Lacey Evans,
the chair spot,
the chair spot.
Dude, I mean, Becky's okay, and like I get it was an accident, but man, like that could have been bad, dude.
I mean, Becky has just been taking like a lot of shots to the head.
Her face has been just beaten.
We know
and that is a beautiful face. Why would people want to intentionally ruin it?
It still looks that good.
Well, not intentionally. We have the Nia Jax thing.
No, the Nia was intentional.
Yeah, Nia's was intentional. Let's be real.
I mean,
let's be real.
We had the spot in which she retired from initially.
Yeah, 2006. That was definitely not intentional.
We had the the punch that Lacey did, like the go home show.
Did that really do any damage to Becky though? I mean, it was a stiff shot, but I don't think it did any damage to her.
It didn't do any damage.
No, if anything, she just took it on the chin.
Yeah.
So yeah, so.
I mean, that devastating kick beforehand. I was worried about Becky for that, honestly. But anyways, go ahead.
Becky's taking a lot.
Taking a lot, man.
And
she's also taking a lot somewhere else, which she also. And Becky also confirmed on an interview that she's taking it in the face a lot somewhere else too. But we won't get into that.
Oh, you just had to say it.
Becky's been bragging about it lately.
No, let's not do it.
Okay.
She trolls Vince Russo one time, and y'all out here can't get him. Y'all can't give her a break. Y'all are really out here wilding out.
That's not the only time. You clearly didn't listen to the interview she did earlier.
No. Let's focus
no, I didn't.
Let's focus on the pay-per-view.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you about that later.
They look amazing.
Yes. Oh my god, yeah. Was there any more negatives? Because I don't think there were many more negatives on the show.
No.
The only real negative I got is just character, and that's Nikki Cross. You are an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She is.
Which I guess is
she made herself an even bigger idiot on Monday, but we'll get to that.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, and also for negatives, Alexa Bliss because she didn't do anything. But yeah. But we'll get to that later too.
Like fam, Nikki Cross, watch the network. It'll tell you that Alexa Bliss is not a good friend.
Yeah. But positives. Every match on this show, I felt like was either like at the worst it was decent, and we got some good matches on the show. Pre-show, we got fucking like Cruiserweight title rematch, really good. Nakamura beat Helen for the IC title.
Yeah, I was shocked.
I was shocked about that, but then the news came out that Finn is going to take time out, so I was like, yeah, I see that. I see why now.
Yeah, he's more than likely taking it off to get married. So.
And then after what happened on Monday, now
he's actually taking time off.
Also, you mean so we're not going to get the SummerSlam match then?
Like after SummerSlam, or is he taking time off now?
Well, damn.
Now I think what they did with Finn Balor, they wrote him off. I mean, I could be wrong, but yeah.
Damn, dude. So one Sister Abigail wrote, dude, holy shit.
Well, damn, how powerful is the Fiend?
Woo!
And even if he doesn't take time off and he does do SummerSlam, I think Bray Wyatt will be the first person to defeat Demon Balor
definitely.
Just period on the main roster.
Oh, definitely, because you got to build up the Fiend. You got to build up the Fiend. You can't have him debut the Fiend and immediately have him lose to the Demon. I mean, I love the Demon and all, but still, you got to give Bray Wyatt something.
This is the fucking Fiend, dude. You can't.
Give this man something.
This is one of the three.
You can't have Bray Wyatt come back and eat another L.
One of the hottest.
That's how you.
One of the hottest in the entire company and in the entire wrestling business right now.
Yeah, you can't have Bray Wyatt coming back and taking more L's. That's how you messed him up the last time.
Save up the L's for like WrestleMania. Like maybe he can take it. I mean, he'll eventually take L's. I mean, of course, but like start him off strong at least.
Yeah, at least build him up. Don't throw him to the ground already.
Which they are. They're building him up.
They are building him up, and so far everything they've done with Bray is perfect.
So yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura is the new IC champion. Then we had Drew Gulak facing
Tony
Nese. And he retained in his hometown.
I wanted to talk about this. No, there was a thing where Tony Nese, I mean not Tony Nese, but Drew Gulak didn't put his nameplates on the Cruiserweight title until after his match with Tony Nese, and I love that he explained it on the YouTube channel. Because they asked him, and Drew Gulak looked at the cameraman and he told him, I didn't put the nameplates on here because I didn't beat Tony Nese. I beat Akira Tozawa to win this. I didn't see myself as a Cruiserweight champion until I beat the man who held the title. That's when I beat Tony Nese. So now I feel like I am the Cruiserweight champion. So now I can put the nameplates on here.
That's a cool explanation.
So I like that. Drew Gulak's like, no, I don't see myself as the champion until I beat the man who was champion. I just happened to beat the third wheel.
He did. He beat him. Gulak's the real fucking deal. And we'll get to Gulak later because, dude.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, boy.
Oh, but anyway.
We opened the show with Roman Reigns teaming with The Undertaker against Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon. And Undertaker looked like his best shape.
Match was actually great. Way better than I thought it would be.
Good shit.
Way better than I fucking thought. Other than Shane, even Shane was decent. For Shane, for Shane's standards, it was good. But yeah, Drew looked like a bigger star here than he has in I don't even know how long.
Yeah.
Like, can we get more of this Drew McIntyre, please? I don't know what was different about Drew here, but like whatever it was, more of that, and less whatever the hell Drew has been lately.
And surprisingly, Shane took the fall.
There was one incredible spot, and honestly, this goes to Kevin Dunn. Even though
it's like in this match, you only got to show what he showed when he was in the Indies.
But I do have to give a shout out to a man. And
Oh,
Brandon, what's up?
Hi.
Yeah, we're just talking about Extreme Rules right now, and good timing because I have to give a shout out to a man who I usually wouldn't give a shout out to, Kevin Dunn.
He was actually on point with his camera angles and whatnot. He was on point with it.
Dude, Undertaker does a choke slam. He does this the slitting of the throat with his finger.
Yeah.
And in the background, you just see rising up from the dead as he's doing it, Drew. And remember when Randy Orton would do that? I think he did it to Shawn Michaels one time.
Yeah.
It was against Edge, and Shawn was about to hit him with the chair, and he bent over to swing with the chair, and then by that point you saw Randy Orton.
Right. Yeah.
That is brilliant.
In the case of NXT, you remember doing the feud with Alistair and Dream, where Alistair was coming down the ramp, and Dream just popped up from the smoke.
Yeah, dude, when Kevin Dunn, we give Kevin Dunn a lot of shit
As we
But
should.
Well deserved.
When he's on point, he's on point.
Yeah.
You know.
True. Like when he hits a home run, it's fucking
So I'm assuming you guys already talked about Alistair Cesaro, or
No, because
No.
we're on the opener right now.
oh,
Don't worry, man.
I was
We'll
making-
get to that.
We talked about the pre-show stuff first, brother.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. We actually talked about the negative stuff already. We're like, this show was great. But yeah, that happened. Undertaker pinned Shane McMahon. Guys, this is the first time Shane has been pinned since being undefeated by Undertaker.
I'll just say you're about to say it's certainly not going to be the other way around.
Yeah, no. But this does bring more like confidence that like the fact that he pinned Shane means we're probably getting Taker Drew at SummerSlam.
Which I actually want to talk about Undertaker for a minute. He looked the best he's looked in a while.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And they didn't hide him either. He didn't it's not like he didn't do anything.
Right. And I'm not even just talking about physically. Like he looked as crisp as he could at his age in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also used very effectively because for a good chunk of this match, Roman was doing the in-ring stuff. Roman was the one taking all the bumps and whatnot. And then, Taker gets the hot tag, which makes sense.
I'm going to play psychologist here for a minute with this.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't think Undertaker would have come back this soon.
Right.
But Undertaker had something to prove with this match.
Yeah. After the
because that Goldberg match, oh boy.
Yeah.
Taker was pissed. He was beyond pissed.
Yeah, man. After old Fox making big bucks 3, Taker was like, "Hang on, hold on, y'all out here sleeping on your boy. Let me put these boots on one more time and show you how I get down."
Like, I will be damned if you remember me for this shit.
Exactly. Let me go out here one more time and handle some business.
It's one of those things where I think we tend to look at Undertaker now as, because he's an older guy, we tend to look at him as he can't go, when in fact the more appropriate phrasing is he can't go like he used to, but he can still go.
He's still the fucking Undertaker.
Thing is, he can go, it just depends on who his opponent is. If you give him a guy like Goldberg, then yeah, it's gonna look like Taker's not. Taker ain't got it no more.
You're gonna give him a guy who's gonna concuss himself before the fucking match starts.
But no, you put him in a tag match where he doesn't have to do all the work, and you put him in with, and you have him team with a guy like Roman, who's awesome. Like, yeah, it's good stuff.
Right. And after the match, Undertaker did mouth to Roman, "This is your yard."
There, now can we stop bitching about it? Shane, can you stop saying this is your yard? It's not. It's been given away. It's Roman's now. Shut up about it.
What I would have loved is if Taker had broke kayfabe just a little bit and said jokingly, "This is your yard. Just renew the lease with me every now and again."
When I come back, just make sure I'm on the house. Like, put like in both of our names.
Yeah, there you go.
In case something happens to you, in case.
We had the Raw Tag Team Title match. Revival retain. Then we get to Aleister Black and Cesaro.
Oh.
Did y'all just
who wants to go first?
Bundle.
Shit, man.
Then go right ahead, man.
This was just everything you could want from a match like this. It's a guy who is really, really, really fucking strong. Like, he's known for his ridiculous strength. WWE on commentary for the longest time has said he's the strongest pound for pound wrestler in the WWE. And you put him with a guy like Aleister, who is a renowned striker. This match couldn't help but be anything but magic.
Renowned kickboxing background versus a guy who is basically the Energizer Bunny. Like the Energizer Bunny on steroids. Versus,
exactly.
Like,
I'll give it to you right now.
Like, like we call Roderick Strong the Energizer Bunny. No, that is Cesaro. Cesaro is the Energizer Bunny. If the Energizer Bunny did a line of coke and then steroids.
He caught Alistair when Alistair was about to do like a meteor coming off the top turnbuckle and just basically uppercut him.
He launched him from his knees. Like he threw like his knees were on his shoulders and he launched them up in the air because Cesaro does not follow the laws of physics.
Oh, he doesn't care about the laws of physics. The laws of physics bow to him.
Yeah.
Like Isaac Newton, he was the one that did the laws of physics. Cesaro rewrote the damn book.
I mean, he tore up the first book and then he just rewrote it, being like, "I am strong, I am big, I can do what I want. Now fuck off." That's the book. And who can argue?
Which I want to give special credit to Alistair here. And something that I noticed, and something that I've been noticing over the last 2 years, I want to say. Like from his NXT days to his main roster call-up, and since then, if you guys have watched Tommy End on the Indies, whether it be WXW or Progress or PWG, you guys know he's very strike heavy. He's incredibly strike heavy. I feel like with Alistair, I feel like since he's been in the WWE, I feel like he's kind of toned it down just enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like he still he still uses a lot of strikes, and he was doing some impressive kicking. He was doing some impressive kickboxing in his match with Cesaro. But you can definitely tell like he's definitely worked. Like Alistair, it's the classic thing of independent wrestlers adapting to a WWE style. Alistair's found a way to get the best of both worlds out of his kickboxing and then the WWE like pro wrestling style.
Yeah, like if you can take what you did, like I mean, because his style beforehand was basically just like striking. I mean, he would do the moonsault, he would do the double stomps, but it was basically just kicking your face off, and just like he now just incorporates it into his moveset. It's like his new moveset, and it's like. And he makes it work. Like Aleister Black, like first of all, let me put over Cesaro. Cesaro, like, will he ever be world champion? I don't know. I hope maybe eventually they'll get like one fucking run. But you know what? Even if he is an enhancement talent, he's one of the best enhancement talents. He made Sami Zayn look like $1 million. He made every tag team he was in look like $1 million. Cesaro is he's just that fucking guy. He's fucking amazing. But let me just go on with Aleister Black and say Aleister Black is a motherfucking superstar.
About Cesaro, I would say he's WWE's version of Ishii.
He really is, actually. Holy shit, you're right. You're not even wrong. Because he's the strong guy, and then like all of a sudden he'll do like flippy shit, and you'll be like, what the fuck? Because also Cesaro can do any style. He can do any fucking style. Like he can work technical. He can be the goddamn powerhouse. He can fly around. He can be a submission specialist. He can do fucking anything. He's Swiss Superman for a reason. But Aleister Black, man, like he will make you fucking care. Like now, I will say, Philadelphia, what the fuck? You fuckers were silent for this match.
Who cares? Let's move on.
But yeah, I'm just saying, Aleister Black's gonna be fucking huge. Like I'm just gonna say it right there. This match.
Then we had the SmackDown Women's title match was handicap Bayley defeating Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss.
Asia, I'll let you have this one.
No, I'll just chalk this down to I love Bayley, and she did an amazing spot in this match in which she had Nikki Cross and basically the 4-leaf clover / Indian Deathlock, and then she had Alexa Bliss and the bank statement simultaneously. And yeah, Bayley overcame the odds. She didn't need anyone to defeat Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Yeah, Nikki Cross is like, Bayley, I want you to find your friends so they can watch us win. Bayley's like, bitch, do you not know who I am? I'm the SmackDown Women's Champion, baby. I don't need nobody to whoop y'all's ass.
So then we had Braun Strowman defeating Bobby Lashley in a very fucking wild last man standing.
Dude, and I see this is the match that I thought was going to be the sticker of the show. I'm so glad I was wrong.
I got a question. Is this Braun Strowman's best match on the main roster?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Holy
Yes,
fuck.
It's running to the end, and keep in mind, this match was from two guys who the fans were kind of sleeping on them for the longest time.
Until that one
Yep.
Raw.
Right. Because Braun lost so much momentum, nobody cared, and Bobby was always seen as the less interesting half of the Leo Rush Bobby pairing.
I'm gonna say this right now. Since Paul Heyman has been in control of Raw, nobody has benefited more from this change than Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman.
Yes.
From
Exactly.
day one, they have been made to look like stars,
Yeah.
and it's working. Like, because before that,
And Bobby Lashley's proven that he can be a star because look at how they did him in TNA.
Bobby Lashley's so underrated. I don't get why people fucking hate him. Yeah, I get it. He can't cut promos, but in that ring, he can fucking do it.
Like they had a solution for that. They brought in Leo Rush, but now they won't bring Leo Rush back.
I mean,
Which even then, Bobby as a bad guy is actually pretty solid as a heel promo. So if they want to do
babyface promo, he's garbage, but his heel promo, he can be tolerable.
Yeah.
So if they want to do
and
that,
as a fucking
go for
athlete and as a powerhouse, he's fucking great.
So then we had New Day versus Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan versus the Heavy Machinery in a triple threat tag team match with SmackDown tag titles, and surprisingly, New Day won.
6 fucking times. This match was fucking great as well.
And now New Day have all the belts.
Black Excellence is running SmackDown. You love to see it.
And they're doing it better than the Undisputed Era will do in NXT.
And we just lost all of our subscribers.
Asia hates Undisputed Era.
Oh, boo-hoo!
Dude, I'm telling you.
This is better than some white mediocre college students. Like, I don't like. I like Undisputed Era and all, but I'm sorry. Like, Black Excellence rules over some 4 white. They act like they overstay their welcome in college. I'm just gonna keep it all.
And let's be real. When you say you like Undisputed Era, you like Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly a little bit, and that's basically it.
It's basically Adam Cole.
Well, like
and Kyle O'Reilly.
No, it's mainly Adam and Kyle.
Adam and Kyle, mostly Adam, but Kyle too. We can't forget Kyle.
So I'm just saying it like New Day gold over Undisputed Era draping in gold bullshit, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I'm telling you, man. Undisputed Era are not winning at Takeover Canada. I'm telling you, they're not. All of them ain't winning.
I would hope not, but I can definitely see it.
I'm telling you, it ain't happening because the ship is passed. That ship passed.
I wouldn't be surprised they do it though.
I know you wouldn't be surprised, but to me, I see the ship has passed. The ship passed when Bobby got injured.
Mm-hmm. So then we had AJ Styles defeating Ricochet for the U.S. title. Very good.
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah, I expected it. I expected AJ to beat Ricochet because you just turned him heel. You gotta make him look credible.
Honestly, like it wasn't really a show steal. It was really good. I don't think it got great until around the last minute was fucking great. And the fucking ending of the match, dude.
A reverse Styles clash from the top.
Middle rope.
Middle rope, yeah.
Fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts. And yeah, AJ Styles is so much better as a heel as we expected and we knew.
Kevin Owens defeating Dolph Ziggler in 17 seconds.
No, AJ, he didn't defeat Dolph Ziggler. He squashed him. That was the most grueling squash I have ever seen.
He ended this man, and I just want to point out that Corey Graves on commentary said Dolph Ziggler really needs to start getting results in WWE.
No shit.
Right.
The minute the bell rung, stunner over. It was glorious.
Kevin Owens' promo was longer than the match.
It was.
It's beautiful. Fuck Dolph Ziggler. He sucks.
Fuck Ziggles.
And then we had Kofi Kingston defeating Samoa Joe to retain his dirty title.
Again, I expected Kofi to win. And now I'm just being more and more convinced Joe is never winning a world title in WWE.
He's the new Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
Oh.
He is, because Bray Wyatt now is probably going to win his world. I mean, Bray Wyatt did win the world title, actually. So.
If that doesn't hurt your soul just a little bit.
Like,
hurts.
why should no matter what y'all say about Samoa Joe, why should a Raw guy win a SmackDown title? That makes no sense.
Yeah, it literally made no sense unless you were going to have Joe be transferred to SmackDown, which I don't see you doing. So if you were going to have him win a title, you were going to have him win the Universal title.
Let's be real. Anyone who wanted Samoa Joe to win this match, secretly, what you really wanted is that you just wanted to go back in time and have Samoa Joe beat AJ Styles, because that's what should have happened.
Basically.
Because that's when you should.
Because that's what he should have won. That's what he should have wanted. He should have beat AJ.
Not here. Because this was like a 3-week build up. It's a Raw guy. Like, you can't. No. Now, it should have gone 9 minutes. I don't know about that. But it is what it is. You have to cut. You have to cut some matches down. That's the power.
I feel like but granted, I feel like this match, if they were going to cut any match down, it shouldn't have been this match. This match should have had time added.
It should have been this match. I actually think it should have been this match. Like, Joe's gonna survive this either way it goes. He's so good on the mic. He's gonna be good as it is. We don't.
Yeah.
And I do think Joe is not that good in singles matches. Like, he's sort of like
okay, that's different.
So, like, he's better in multi-man matches, but when it comes to like singles, it's just not. So I don't want to see him in like longer matches because he gets gassed out in a certain point.
I mean, he still comes in the ring. He still makes it look good. He's still like.
Yeah.
Also, is he 40 yet? He's already 40, right?
I get what you're saying. Like, you're saying like Joe is better within doing sequences than he is doing like a long match.
He's better in short bursts. He's better in bursts.
I can understand that.
That's fair. Because it's obviously like it's not 2005 Samoa Joe, you know. It's not.
Yeah, this ain't Ring of Honor Joe.
This isn't Joe versus CM Punk 60-minute match. Joe.
Besides, like, Kofi Kingston is on his run right now, so
having the best run.
Yeah, again, but behind right along with Becky Lynch, Kofi is one of your best draws on Raw. And no matter how many people want to deny it, Kofi Kingston is one of, if not the biggest draw on WWE right now.
And Samoa Joe winning it off him would be anticlimactic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because it wouldn't have made any sense. Like you said, 3 weeks of build-up where he should have beaten the AJ for it. And he's from Raw. So how would that make sense?
Yeah, he should have gone after Seth.
That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say to you Samoa Joe fans. Boo-hoo. I'm sorry. I mean, I feel bad for him, but I mean, it is what it is. We got to keep it pushing.
It's not really boo-hoo. It's more of, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So then we get to the main events. It's the last chance winner takes all Extreme Rules mixed tag match with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch defeating Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans for the Raw and Universal Championship.
Can I get my thoughts?
And Seth had literally no time to celebrate.
Can I just say one thing about the match and then we'll get to Brock Lesnar?
Yes.
This match, from the beginning and middle, was really slow. I was not getting into it, but by the end of this match, they fucking got us. They like the storytelling in this match, and honestly, to me, one of the best moments of the fucking year, and maybe the best moment of Corbin's entire career, was him doing not just him doing the end of days to Lacey Evans, getting all that heat, and then but the fact that they panned the Baron, slowly zoom in, he looks at Seth, what are you gonna do, you little piece of shit?
Well,
fucking awesome.
Well, first they start off like the standard mixed tag action. The women face the women, the men face the men, and then slowly diverse to Becky and Seth both hitting like their opponents with kendo sticks, and Lacey tried to hit Seth and all that stuff, and then they did like both of them like superplexes on the ramp, and then like so eventually it got good. I enjoyed the whole match. It was what it was.
The last minute though.
Yeah. I mean the double table spot in which Becky does the leg drop and then Seth he did the frog splash.
Seth Rollins flew, dude.
Say what you want about the Becky Seth storyline, but I think they aced it. I think besides that one segment on Raw in which everyone claimed it was cringy, I think they did what it needed to do. It did not hurt Becky because fans still love Becky. I mean, they tried for Self, but it didn't really help Self, but it didn't really hurt Self. The
They tried.
storyline
They
was
tried to
like the
make Becky help Seth, but yeah.
most interesting thing doing Self's title reign. And it got heat for Baron, and it got a lot of heat for Lacey. And I think Lacey, going out this feud, she is going to be a big star for the women's division. And whether you like her or not, she is going to slowly improve. She is.
Oh yeah, this is going to be.
Dude, let's call a spade a spade. The one person out of this whole feud that benefited the most from all this was Lacey Evans because of all the heat she got.
And people saying Becky. Also, people are saying Becky ruined Lacey Evans.
How?
How? Because she's won? That's what she's supposed to do.
Like, did you really expect Lacey to just beat fucking Becky Lynch?
If that's the case, people would have claimed Becky got buried if she lost to fucking Lacey Evans. Let's be real.
It's one of those common damned if you do, damned if you don't situations. Either way, somebody's gonna be bitching.
Lacey got elevated in this feud with Becky Lynch.
Lacey's good in the ring and that Becky was dragging the match up. Like, it's the opposite.
No, and even then, I don't blame either woman because one is green, but she will get better, and the other one is the in-ring general. If you don't like Becky's style in the ring, that's fine, but she can tell a story.
She does tell a story. She always tells a story, and she gets the crowd invested, which
to me that comes off as fans not being patient. It's just fans that have been so used to hot spots immediately. It's like, oh, where's the hot spots? This is boring.
If you're a Lacey Evans, if you're a Lacey Evans fan, you should be thrilled that Lacey got this opportunity so fast to show.
That's the thing. Like, she's been on the main roster for a few months, and she's already main eventing a pay-per-view.
And honestly, for how long she's been there, which is not long at all, she's doing a pretty good job because they really threw her into the fucking deep end.
Yeah, she's done decent. Say what you will about her in ring work, but she has the character. She can get heat. She can get everyone invested in her, whether you like her or not. So she has done very decent on the main roster so far. I would at least say she's a B right now. If she
the only big fuck up she really did was the chair spot, and that was in the whole feud.
I will say she had the best performance so far in that match.
In the tag match.
Yeah, like that tag match was her best performance.
Oh, I thought you said she had the best performance of the match. No, okay.
No.
If anything, it might have been Seth because by the end, Seth Rollins snapped on Corbin and. Dude.
And besides another thing, she never took the fall. They still protected her on her way out.
I mean, Lacey Evans knew damn well she should not get into that ring. She's like, nah, I'm gonna hang back over here. That man done lost his marbles.
What are you gonna do, you little piece of shit? You know what, Baron? Baron Corbin, if you keep doing stuff like that, I might become a fan of you.
Yeah. Baron Corbin hit the end of days on Becky, and then he went ballistic on him. Basically attacking him with kendo sticks and chairs, and then hit 3 curb stomps on him, and then he pinned Corbin to retain the titles. And then he couldn't rest for long, or he couldn't check on Becky because Brock.
Dude, I'm telling you, Brock was back there with Paul Heyman, and right as he's about to leave, he sees Seth losing his shit, and he just looks at Paul and is like, Paul, it's time. He's like, it's time? It's time. Get my briefcase and come on.
It happened so quickly, the announcer couldn't even say, and still your Universal Champion Seth Rollins. He couldn't even get that out.
It was a very cool finish because it protected Becky for number one. Seth, he took his eye, because when Brock initially won Money in the Bank, what did Seth do? He was like, cash in, I want you. If you were an actual, Money in the Bank holder and all this stuff, you were actually cashing instead of being the coward. He wanted Brock to cash in on. He wanted that. But then when Baron Corbin started, getting into his way, and then the Becky Lynch relationship got involved, he took his eye off Brock, and then Brock capitalized. So that's very smart. And number 2, Becky was taken out, so she couldn't play into the cash in. She couldn't help Seth. So that was very smart. Seth won the Universal title off Brock because he kicked Brock in down there, and then Brock he capitalized on Seth being vulnerable. So this match they're gonna have at SummerSlam, it'll be finally who can finally win without needing bullshit shenanigans, and more likely Brock will retain.
Yeah, and honestly, I pretty much called this. I knew Brock was gonna cash it on Seth because of that. And did y'all really think Brock was gonna go to Fox?
I mean, I could have saw it until the whole Paul Heyman situation.
It was that, and you knew Fox was gonna try and force WWE to have Brock show up every week, and Brock ain't doing that. Brock ain't doing that.
Right.
Well, he didn't. Right.
I mean,
That's how I knew he wouldn't cash in on Kofi. Because if he cashed in on Kofi and won the WWE title, he would have to show up every week on Fox. And Brock's like, I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Hear me out.
Right.
So Fox Sports is very sports centric, sports based, right?
Yeah.
So they want their UFC guys and their UFC gals, which is why I'm pretty sure they want Shayna Baszler. Well, what's the best way to counteract Brock Lesnar if you can't get him?
Matt Riddle.
Sign the bro.
Yes.
But I still don't see Riddle going until at least after Mania. Because they gotta give him at least one NXT title match.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You want to do Lesnar versus Riddle, but if you bring in Riddle in because it's like in October, you have to build up immediately to Brock versus Riddle. Like, yeah, you can't do that. You can't put the belt immediately on Riddle.
Like, yeah, that was stopping. That was Extreme Rules.
Really good show. Really good show though. Yeah, definitely. Is there anything else you want to talk about before you guys get into? We'll briefly talk about Raw, just the important stuff, really.
Mm-hmm. So we on our way to SummerSlam.
Can I start with my favorite segment?
Sure.
What?
Bray fucking Wyatt.
Yes.
Let's just go. Let's go. First of all, Balor won his match. He faced who did he face?
Samoa Joe.
Joe. Pretty good match. Like
Joe won.
Joe won. It was very quick too.
Oh yeah, because why was Finn celebrating that?
No, because Joe decided to beat up on Finn some more. Finn got him out of the ring. That's why Finn was celebrating.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Everything before Bray was a blur, but yeah, okay. But yeah, Finn was doing his poses, and then like he would raise his arms and go duh, but then the music would like get to sort of like and then the lights go out, and then you hear like a bump, and it's like oh shit, and then you hear the crowd pop, and at that point before the lights go back on, you can hear the crowd popping because they already see it, and you're like okay, it's Bray. It's Bray. Like when I heard that pop, it's like it has to be Bray.
And then you get the shot.
The fucking mask.
You get the money shot.
The screeching, like the screaming, like sound effect in the background of like some woman just like losing her mind, like like just fucking like this is. Oh my god, dude! Fucking like. I'm ready. I'm fucking ready.
Bray has gone from a Husky Harris to a swamp cult leader to now basically a fucking Saw villain. Like
who owns a kids show?
Yeah.
And here's the thing: even though Bray is now here, I still want Firefly Funhouse to be a thing. Do not cancel that show. Please don't.
Like, so basically have Bray do, instead of having him do live segments of him talking, maybe have him do it through Firefly Funhouse.
Or have it be like Firefly Funhouse. No, have like someone wins a match and then they get interrupted by Firefly Funhouse, and then by the end of the episode it cuts to like Bray in the ring, shit like that, like.
Yeah. So I was talking to Lee about the whole Firefly Funhouse Fiend gimmick. I was basically saying it's on some like split shit, some M. Night Shyamalan like split shit, and that the Fiend is a split personality for Bray.
Yeah, definitely. I think the only like downside I could see with this this whole thing is that the expectations right now are just sky high for Bray Wyatt. And,
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
But I mean, like, if whether he'll surpass the expectations is to be seen. But so far, he's meeting them.
right. I mean, he just showed up, so it is kind of a wait and see thing, though. And like, but so far, I want to just I'm fully behind it because I want this to be.
Let's see how he do.
So
yeah, you had.
Just want to make sure Bray can breathe in the mask.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I want him to wrestle in a mask.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I do.
Hopefully he can breathe in it.
Right. I mean, there's some like, are there any like eye holes and face holes, like mouth holes?
There looked to have been a mouth hole in there.
There was like a mouth hole, so I think he's good. It's not like Sin Cara up in this shit.
Good.
Also, we had, and I want to talk about this. Like, I really want to talk about it. We had Natalya versus Alexa versus Carmella versus Naomi. A fatal four-way is determined who's going to face Miss Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title at SummerSlam.
It's time.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I'll let you get to your point, Asia. The match started off okay. It was decent. It started to get good, and then Alexa shat the bed.
Okay, so this match, let me put into perspective, was 24 minutes. 24 minutes in which it was elimination. Carmella immediately got eliminated within like the first 5 minutes of the match, and she did really decent. This match, it got there in moments, and then you had Alexa. She was doing headlocks, and then spending time outside the ring and stuff. Naomi, she was trying to do her best to carry the match. Naomi and Natalya, they tried their best to carry.
They tried their hardest.
So Alexa was basically doing the chicken shit heel thing.
Yes, and that's what Alexa's best at doing. She does chicken shit heel stuff, so that's what works for her. But then the crowd eventually started chanting, "This is awful." They were bored. They were about to hit the CM.
You suck, chanting Alexa.
Yeah.
Bro, we were 5 minutes away from getting CM Punk chants.
Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks.
We want Sasha chants, and so
so do we.
And so they chant for Becky Lynch and
who was sitting at ringside, by the way. This is the second time Becky has had to sit through a goddamn stinker.
Yeah, like they just
because remember the first one was Lacey versus Charlotte.
I'm sorry, this match it got bad. No matter what.
And I'm sorry, you can't throw the blame on all four women. There's clearly, I mean, are they all involved? Yes, but there's clearly one person that stands out above the rest.
Here's the thing. Nikki Cross kind of made it worse. Because remember, Nikki Cross made it worse when she got on the mic and was like, "Don't you boo my friend!" And basically the crowd was like, "Fuck you! You don't tell us what to do."
I just want the next few minutes to just basically just talk about it myself. Can I just have that?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Take the reins, sister. Go right ahead.
Guys, just mute your mic for 3 minutes.
The crowd, Twitter, they tore into Alexa Bliss a new one. And all the white knights want to defend her and all that fucking bullshit, but no, she is fucking wrong. If a match is bad, the crowd has the right to say that match is fucking bad. They did not slut shame the women. They did not throw garbage in the ring. They did not have beach balls and all that fucking bullshit. They just said the match is bad. And they, as fans paying for their ticket, should say whether something is good or something that's bad. Now, I'm going to bring up the following examples in which this is different from other examples in which the crowd was going over the top and they were out of fucking line. You had WrestleMania on Raw after WrestleMania 31. Nikki Bella, Brie, Natalya teaming with AJ, Paige, Naomi, in which in that match, that infamous crowd, they had chanted slut-shaming remarks to the Bellas, to Paige, to Naomi, and to Natalya. I don't think they did it for AJ Lee, but that's because they respect AJ Lee. So that was fucking out of line because you're discrediting them and you're fucking being sexist to all them chanting slut-shaming shit. Then you had SummerSlam 2017, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins teaming with The Bar, in which they were playing beach ball in the fucking crowd. Meanwhile, The Bar and Dean himself is having a very good match. And Cesaro went into the crowd and tore the fucking beach ball. Then you have okay, that was another. Oh, you have Extreme Rules last year. Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins in an Iron Man match. They were having a very decent match, but the crowd was too focused on the fucking clock, and they would change the clock, like they would count the clock down. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins is fucking offended. Why the fuck you focusing on the fucking clock? He's finally in the main event as y'all wanted, but y'all change on a fucking clock.
I got one more. As he says, I got one more. SummerSlam 2016, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor.
Yes, because the crowd.
Oh yeah, because they shout on the belt the whole time.
Yeah, they focus on the fucking belt instead of Finn Balor getting his first title opportunity within the first few weeks of his call up, and they shatter on the fucking belt.
At that point, Finn Balor was undefeated too.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, so you have all those situations. Those situations are way different in which the crowd was being overboard than this situation in which the crowd was basically being brutally honest about how a 24-minute match full of fucking headlocks that they took away from the match itself, causing the match to be bad, causing everyone to have a fucking opinion and Twitter storm, all that fucking shit. That's it. They were not slut shaming her. They were not being over the top with beach balls and all that shit. The crowd was just brutally honest and said that the match and Alexa Bliss as a wrestler is bad, and that's it. And Alexa, you got on Twitter following that and said that it was utterly disrespectful. And number two, you said that how the crowd should be doing this. It's okay to cheer and boo, but they shouldn't do this. I'm like, okay, Alexa, I remember last year you did an interview and you said that you wrestle the way you do so you could get heat. Well, you finally got heat, bitch. You finally got heat. And you can't handle it. Number two, why are you a fucking heel going on fucking Twitter complaining and throwing in basically putting on your white tears about how the crowd basically got brutally honest? Shouldn't you as a heel say, oh, you shouldn't be booing the goddess? Why is this female getting on fucking Twitter and basically saying you shouldn't boo me because like and Alexa, I do not feel sorry for you because you do the least amount of work. And every Naomi, Natalia, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, all these other girls are putting more work in the ring. And they get more hate, if anything, but yet the minute you get any bit of criticism, you can't handle that.
And one more thing. Stop with all this we stuff.
It's you!
On your tweets, she's like, you basically saying they shat on us. They were targeting at us.
Like, no, it was you, sweetheart.
I will admit, Alexa Bliss, she has been getting better at selling and bumping. I will admit that, but she should have been better right now. She should have been at least a B level within the 3 or 4 years she has been on the fucking main roster. And I would not excuse, y'all cannot excuse her. The more y'all keep shifting the post for this girl to keep defending her, it's the more y'all keep allowing her to get away with fucking bullshit that she has been doing for fucking years. How in the fuck is she just now mid? How in the fuck is she's not like, bitch, you should be getting better getting better because you had Daniel Bryan with his concussions and he evolved after his concussions and became a better wrestler. You had Nikki Bella with her neck injury and she got better in the ring after her neck injury. You have so many wrestlers that are willing to evolve, and she's still in the same fucking place in the fucking ring. And yes, it might be easy for her.
Steve fucking Austin had a broken neck and became the biggest star in wrestling.
I don't want to hear any excuses for her. Yeah, she been through anorexia. Yeah, she been through concussions. But everyone in the fucking ring went through some fucking bullshit. So I don't know.
No, Roman Reigns just got through battling cancer.
Like.
But apparently it's the good type of cancer. But we'll get to that later.
Like,
idiot.
Like, I'm not gonna feel sorry for Alexa Bliss. No. Like, I would understand this match was fucking good if it was. I think this match suffered a lot being long. That's for no one thing.
This was over 20 minutes.
Like, and having lots of headlocks, I would understand if the match was long, good, and actually told a story, and the crowd would just shout on it. I would have been on her side, but since the match was Like she was just doing headlocks and all that fucking shit. I don't feel sorry for the girl. I don't.
Like when you put on a shitty match, you have to expect to get a shitty reaction.
Exactly.
You gotta just take responsibility. Take accountability for what you do.
And I want to get to your point where she said it was disrespectful. They can she said where they can check and cheer and boo, but they shouldn't be saying what they were saying. Sweetheart, you know that Roman and John Cena got much worse than you did.
ECW One Night Stand 2006.
Yo, scratch that. Rock when he was Rocky Maivia, he got die Rocky die chance.
John Cena got toilet paper thrown at him.
You would think with how long she spent on the fucking main roster, she would know how criticism and how the crowd would fucking react.
Randy Orton.
That's the thing. Asia, that's the thing. I don't think she has, because I think everybody there kisses her ass.
Speaking of One Night Stand, I have
think about it. Every time up until now when she comes out, she gets a pop.
No, guys, you want to know what's disrespectful? I'm going to give you an example of another disrespectful chant. Speaking of One Night Stand 2006, Randy Orton was in a match with Kurt Angle. And at one point in the match, the crowd started chanting hepatitis, which was a reference to his father.
Oh, God, I remember that. Because it was about like 5 minutes after Kurt Angle bitch slapped him around, and the crowd chanted, "You got bitch slapped."
And then they chant hepatitis, making fun of his father. And what did Randy do? He didn't say anything. I mean, there wasn't a Twitter back then. But you know what he did after the match? He played it up. He was like, "Oh, my fans. He was a professional. When you're less professional than Randy Orton in 2006, think about that.
Bro, remember when JBL was doing hella racist shit and the fans called him out on it and he embraced it?
Like,
I don't even want to hate the girl. I want Alexa to get better, and I want all y'all mediocre faves to improve so I can give them fucking credit.
I want her to understand the concept of getting heat, because clearly she doesn't get it.
But yeah, she said she wrestled the way she does to get heat. So
that was an excuse. I think that was an excuse for her being a shitty wrestler. Honestly,
no, I mean, she's gotten better, but in this match, because she's had decent performances, but this match, because of the Rumble, I praised her performance. She really tried.
Yeah, she was okay in the Rumble.
But here, this screamed being lazy, doing a bunch of rest holds and not doing anything with them. That is being lazy. I'm sorry.
And I get it. That's what her as a heel does. But it's like she's not even getting heat with the rest holds until she just overdoes it, and then the crowd is just bored, and then the crowd is just like.
And then they just want to stop watching.
Exactly. It's not the fact that she did it. She overdid it. And then the fans are just like, "Come on, bro. Let me do something else."
So it's like, I just don't feel bad for this fucking bitch. Like, I want her to get better. I want her to, like, at least have a great match. But it's like, bitch, you have no room to complain, bitch. You really don't. Shut the fuck up and sit down and eat your food and get better in the fucking ring. And then maybe I can give you a credit. But as of right now, ho, shut the shit up.
Okay, and now here's in this situation where I have to call out my girlfriend on this, because she and I got into it, and her logic to it was basically that, oh, why are we coming at a girl who has had multiple concussions and nearly has had her career end? And hang on, let me finish. And notice how I immediately shut that down. But And she was like, and the whole thing with the eating disorder. And I literally just went back to her and I just said, so because she's been injured, because she's almost had a career end, and because she's had an eating disorder, I'm not supposed to call her out for when she does shit.
So we're not supposed to criticize her if she has a bad performance?
That's basically what I asked my girlfriend. And I was like, you can't do that. You can't just use their personal issues as an excuse for them being a shitty wrestler.
Right.
Dude, I don't even have a problem with her liking Alexa Bliss. Fine, that's fine. You can like Alexa Bliss. That's fine. But you have to know
Alexa Bliss for surviving her eating disorder. I applaud Alexa Bliss getting back into the ring despite me having my like, girl, maybe you shouldn't because you might like. No, I applaud her.
She has gone through a lot of
all that stuff.
adversity, and she's fought through it. Yeah.
But that is not going to take away from me criticizing her and wanting her to get better in the fucking ring, because I want her to get more, like, I want her to improve. And if she's still being stale and still being ass in the fucking ring, I'm going to have to stay on her neck. I don't care if she went through concussions. Everyone goes through fucking concussions in some form of fashion.
Like we just talked about Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan had to retire because of concussions.
Nikki Bella got better after her fucking neck injury. I don't want to hear any fucking excuse. Y'all just shifting the post to make more excuses for this fucking girl. Stop it and hold her to a standard and tell your Faye to get fucking better. You as a fan of Alexa, you should want her to get fucking better in the fucking ring. It shouldn't take me criticizing her.
And here's the thing. I'm not saying that she has to be like flying around the ring taking bumps all the time. Here's my thing. Tell a story with, if you're going to do wrestles, tell a fucking story with it.
No, we're not saying that she should be the best in-ring performer. We're just saying at least be decent.
You know who made
to bring up the wrestles, Cliff, to bring up the wrestles, and I think I know where you're going with this. Like her fan base kept using the fact, well, oh, you weren't complaining when Kevin Owens do it. Yeah, because when Kevin Owens does it, he talks shit when he does it. He makes his wrestles entertaining.
He'll run the ropes thinking he's gonna do a big move, and then he'll stop and do a headlock.
And proceed to talk shit.
Like he'll like actually wrench on the neck, and don't even get me started with Suzuki. Every hold he does, he fucking wrenches on it. He'll fight
dude, none of these fans would have the balls to try and go to Suzuki and criticize him for doing rest holds. They would be sent immediately to the hospital.
And the thing is with Suzuki and Alexa, you can't really compare them because with Suzuki, every rest hold isn't a rest hold; it's a transition into another lock.
It's a transition into another painful submission.
It makes every rest hold actually matter and actually like oh shit, he might end the match here, and he's working hard. But here's my main example. You know who made in the WWE system who made rest holds exciting and like actually like worth watching? Sasha Banks in NXT.
No, because the main excuse for when it came to Alexa is that it's the producer's fault. But meanwhile, if people come for Becky Lynch or Sasha Banks, it's their fault. It's the wrestlers.
Because with Sasha and Sasha in NXT, like she would do like the straight jacket holds, but she would like wrench on it. She would beat you like in the mat. She would talk trash. She would put it she would like the little stuff that Alexa just doesn't do. It's the little thing.
I'm just interested what people in chat are saying because like
my phone. I had to charge my phone. I'm gonna go look at it real quick. But yeah, you guys keep going.
So yeah, that's just my thoughts on the whole Alexa Bliss situation. Like, bitch, get fucking better and stop complaining because you have no fucking right. The crowd just got brutally honest with your ass. They weren't slut shaming you.
It wasn't even brutally honest. It was just that they just got bored. They got bored and they got tired of it.
Like
bro, I almost fell asleep, and I was live chatting with y'all. I damn near fell asleep. I should not be having those type of feelings during during any match. The feeling where I'm about to fall asleep
during a match that's supposed to determine the #1 contender for Becky at SummerSlam.
So
this wasn't just a nothing match. This had implications.
Yeah, and again, Nikki Cross made things much worse when she doubted the mic because then the fans went from, oh, I'm booing this because I'm bored, to, oh, now I'm going to boo this because you're trying to tell me what to do, and fuck you, you're not my parent, you're not going to tell me what to do.
Seriously, the best part of the match was after the match with Natalia's promo of all people.
Yeah, Natalia.
When Natalia does better than you, my God, you know you have failed.
Where has this been from Natalia?
Again, I think Becky Lynch could bring out. Natalia has been needing something for a while now because she has been stale as goose shit.
She's been the worst. She's been literally the worst.
She's been so bad that sometimes people question why Tyson Kidd is married to her.
Female Ziggler.
She's been the blankest of walls.
Female Ziggler.
I think Becky Lynch could bring out something that she's been needing for a while, like this fire within her. And I'm trying to think of many reasons why they doing this match, despite it just being in Canada. And I think the main reason might be, and this is just my speculation, that Natalya might be closing the door on her career very soon.
Sure.
Now, what like implications other than her age makes you think that?
Oh no, I just see it as now Natalya has done a lot for the women's division that she has nothing else really to do, and she's getting up there in age, and like more NXT women are going to eventually come in, and someone's going to have to be cut, and I think Natalya's going to be one of them.
I don't think she'll be cut. I think she'll be like in that producer role. I think she's gonna be putting
honestly, I can see her. She's probably gonna be a trainer on the performance side because she's trained everyone. She's trained everyone. She's trained Ronda.
I just see her slowly being faded out of the women's division overall.
Which let's just say what we've all been wanting to say. Natalya, in the grand scheme of things, was a lot better than people gave her credit for. She was one of the women I think people, myself included, tended to shit on a bit too much.
Yeah, it's like we all tend to forget that she is the first and basically the only woman to graduate from the Hart family dungeon.
That doesn't like graduating from the Hart dungeon doesn't just take you being a mediocre to bad wrestler. Like,
I mean, we just don't like, because again, fuck Natalya, but
well, it's just she's not interesting. She was never interesting. She didn't have a character. Her promos always annoyed us. It was just a nuisance. It was the cats thing. Like,
the best work was the Nikki Bella stuff. That's it really.
It's one of those things where Natalya is a good wrestler, but kind of like Brett, she didn't really have a personality.
Well, I think no, I think Natalya had a personality. It's just no one liked it. No one liked her personality.
Yeah, and the only time Brett really showed off his personality was when he was bitching about Shawn Michaels.
And that wasn't him working. That was just him.
Oh yeah, exactly. That was legitimately Bret Hart the person.
That was all accidental. Don't worry.
But yes, Natalya, better wrestler than people gave her credit for. We really should have given her more credit when she was younger and good and more active.
I never thought she was great. I always thought she was very solid.
I never thought she was horrible.
I never thought she was. I never thought she was. I thought she had horrible performances. The Rumble this year, my God, her performance was fucking trash.
She has done a lot for the women's division. She trained the Bellas. She's
like you said, she trained Ronda.
Yeah, she trained Ronda.
Yeah, she trained Ronda. She usually the go-to person to help get someone over or make someone look good in the ring.
The Ronda thing, you can say whether that's a good thing or a bad thing that she trained her, but yeah.
So yeah, and I think Natalya and Becky, they have history all the way going back to the Shimmer days, going back to Japan. And Natalya did turn on Becky back in 2016.
And Becky Lynch brought it up at the Comic-Con because Becky doesn't forget.
And while people are like, it's Natalya, I get it. And I think Naomi should have won, but I can see this being a very technical style match that Becky is going to, one of Becky's best.
And actually, you know what? As a Naomi fan, I want to say this. I don't think it should have been Naomi because I don't think I want Naomi to job to Becky yet. I think
the crowd, knowing Becky, knowing how the crowd loves Becky, I don't want the crowd to just boo.
That's my thing. I don't want them to boo Naomi. Yeah.
I don't want the crowd to absolutely turn on Naomi.
Exactly. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. And now I do feel with SummerSlam being in Canada, I know I jokingly said Natalya's going to get booed out of the building. The way they're building Natalya up, and if she keeps cutting promos like this, I can see Canada actually cheering Natalya.
It could be 50-50.
Here's the thing. If Natalya keeps this up, because this is the best Natalya promo I might have ever seen, which is not saying anything because I never enjoyed a single Natalya promo in my life. But this was really good. Becky was even impressed. She had that smile on her face, and Natalya and Becky even brought up on Twitter, that's what happens. Look at what I bring out. Look at what the man brings out of people.
Yeah,
basically,
right. She brings something out.
I
think it's because honestly,
she's the top star. She's the top dog. You have to bring your A game against her.
I think it's one of those things. I think it's a reverb effect of Becky projects confidence around herself.
Yeah.
That confidence leaches onto other people.
And she is like she's always been one to like try to uplift like others and try to like because even when Ronda was screwing up with her one promo, she's like, "Don't worry, man, you got this, you got this." Like Becky found confidence in herself, not just so for her to get over, but for everyone to get over. Like that's always been her thing.
So yeah, like that's I'm actually excited for Becky versus Natalia. I think they're going to have a very technical style based match
Right.
going for them, and yeah, I'm very excited.
Is
And
it the best option? Of course not. No.
Yeah, I think here's another thing. Going to fun fact until they possibly might add Shaw into the other match. We have 4 Shimmer alumni women: Bailey, Ember, Natalia, Becky.
Athena, Natty Neidhart, Rebecca Knox, and Davina Rose. Fucking crazy. Crazy world we live in.
So yeah, we have
and Charlotte Flair.
It's confirmed Brock Lesnar will face Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship.
Yep.
Drake Maverick was about to consummate his marriage.
Oh boy, here we go.
R-Truth ruined it.
Was this the image that gave us naked Drake Maverick?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. You mean James' profile pic?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking underbite or whatever the hell that is. Fucking.
And then we had Cedric Alexander facing Drew McIntyre.
And
Cedric got the dub.
Holy shit! Yeah. Yes. See, now this I can understand Cedric being happy about. I don't understand why he was happy losing last week, but this I understand.
Dude, I think he was just happy that he got on the show and got a main event match.
I'm on TV. But yes, this was.
He's like, not only am I on TV, but I'm in the main event. Timmy Roman Reigns.
Like, I love Cedric Alexander. Like, I mean, he's said some questionable things, and like, but as a wrestler, he's one of my favorites. And yeah, push him to fucking like, let's go. Like, yeah. Like, hey, anything to get like, and I'm sure they'll have another match. I'm sure Drew will win, but Cedric will put up a fight because you got to build Drew up for the Undertaker, which is.
I honestly thought they were going to do the rematch at SummerSlam.
With Drew versus Cedric?
Honestly, yeah.
Really?
Now think about it. You could have Cedric win this one, have Drew win the next one, and then have the rubber match at SummerSlam. I guess I don't know.
I mean, if Taker's not doing anything for SummerSlam, that's perfect. Yeah, I would love.
Yeah, that's the thing. Though. I forgot about Taker.
Yeah, exactly.
Forgot about Taker.
Right.
Yeah, that was Raw, and then we get to SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Very, very good show.
Let's talk about the opening segment.
We open with the Shane McMahon town hall, in which all the wrestlers are standing in front of the entrance ramp, and Shane was basically like, "Okay, you get to speak your piece, but don't be disrespectful." And then
and Roman Reigns immediately got disrespectful.
Yep. Roman was like, "Fuck you."
He was like, if you talk about democracy, you kiss my ass.
Shane was like, okay, guys, all of you get to come up here and just bury me for as much as you want. Feel free.
Someone else felt free. And this was the highlight for me. Liv fucking Morgan.
Yeah, Liv Morgan got mic time.
And she used it.
We have not seen Liv Morgan since WrestleMania, and she made the most of what on the mic, and she basically called Charlotte fake and how you get more opportunities.
She literally asked Charlotte if anything on her was real, and we know what that meant.
And everyone loved it. Everyone loved it.
Well,
but
again, like Daniel pointed out on Twitter, if you're gonna shame Becky for her comment, then you gotta call out Liv too. So it's like y'all can't pop for Liv when she does it, and then shame Becky for when she does it.
They popped
for you're not even wrong.
Exactly. They popped for it just because they got to see Liv on TV. They were just happy for Liv.
I mean, but I'm just saying. And so
my favorite part of the Liv Morgan promo was actually after her promo, where you could see her in the background. She was literally holding tears because this is her first promo on SmackDown. This woman is fucking passionate about this business. I love it.
I told you.
I mean, hey, we'll see. I mean, I hope she comes big, man.
And so
she's still like she's getting better in the ring. She's like she clearly has a great character. Yeah.
We had Aleister Black and Cesaro having a rematch from Extreme Rules.
And Alistair kicked his fucking head off.
Again.
Okay.
Then we had Charlotte versus Liv Morgan, in which this match basically showed off Liv Morgan's skill in the ring, and Charlotte basically being outclassed. And by the way, this was like Charlotte's return to the ring since the match against Carmella and Alexa Bliss. So she has been on TV for 6 weeks. No one cared. Everyone was more focused about Liv Morgan's debut on SmackDown. And
that's kind of sad, isn't it?
I mean, that's
crickets, man. Crickets, and not even the crickets cared.
But the Queen, though.
Not even like the crickets. Like we're looking at the crickets, like, aren't you going to yank your sound? The crickets just look like, for what? There's nothing to cricket about.
So yeah, that's just like, I mean, yeah, like. So yeah, Charlotte, she did beat Liv Morgan. It was very quick, but then after that, Liv, she's limping and she gets on the mic and she basically said, Charlotte was right, and when I come back, I'm gonna be real. So more than likely, Liv Morgan will get some sort of character development or character change, and I'm very excited how that goes.
A really sad stat.
I hope she doesn't turn. I hope they don't turn her heel because I'm actually liking Liv Morgan as a babyface.
You want to know a really tragic stat? Liv Morgan in her entire main roster run has not won a singles match ever.
Damn.
Yeah.
My only thing about Liv, don't turn her into fucking Snooki.
No. What makes you think they're gonna turn her into Snooki? I know Jersey.
Because she's from New Jersey.
But they didn't do it. Well, they didn't do it with Carmella, so there you go.
I know. I'm just worried.
And she's not orange.
We had Mustafa Ali basically saying, "I'm coming for that title, Shinsuke." So yeah.
Let that happen at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Mustafa versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Ooh, that's tasty.
And maybe Nakamura again will try.
Dude, Nakamura's been. This is like. I mean, this isn't like the Nakamura from 2016, but man, this is like. I'm starting to get the old Nakamura vibes again, and he's getting there, man.
Well, he also
it just showed me that the whole time Nakamura's been bored and didn't want to fucking try. How dare you not try?
If you put him against Prince fucking Devitt, he's gonna try.
Which?
What? I'm just gonna show y'all in chat. I don't want to talk about it on the podcast, but y'all gonna have some thoughts about it.
What is it bad?
And you're gonna make everyone. You're gonna make everyone in the chat be curious about what we're talking about.
There you go.
Now everyone's gonna be like, "What are you guys talking about?" Oh, I don't know. We have to find out.
Okay, hang on. I'm going on it. I'm clicked on it. I'm going to the thing.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not all that mad about it. I kind of expected this because they have one in the comics.
Okay.
Natalie Portman is female Thor.
Yeah, but plus in the comics, Jane does become Thor, so I got no issue with it. My question is, are they going to give her character cancer in the movie? Because because in the comics she does have cancer.
Yeah, that is definitely a thing.
I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
go for it. Let's do it.
Then we had Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville facing Ember and a partner of her choosing. Everyone
yes, queens.
It was going to be Liv Morgan, and then Liv Morgan faces Charlotte. So we were like, okay, who is it going to be now? And it turns out it's going to be the SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley, and they basically squashed Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville in quick fashion.
Straight up squashed.
We love you, Bayley. We love you, Pam.
Sad now.
We love you, Pam.
I'm sorry.
Look! If it helps alleviate some of the sadness, Brandon, at least Mandy Rose ate the pin and not Sonya.
Exactly. You're good, man. And Mandy Rose ate the pin, and she sucks anyway, so it's all good.
So then, Bayley and Ember Moon gets on the mic, and they basically say, "Yeah, that we're gonna have a match at SummerSlam."
Here's the thing. Everybody was so happy when they said, "Yay, it's Ember and Bayley at SummerSlam." I'm just like, bruh. Wait till next week. Charlotte's gonna find a way to finagle her way into this.
AJ, you can attest. I brought that up, and you're like, "No, shut up." And I'm like, "It's gonna happen."
No, let me talk about that, right?
Okay.
So I see both sides of the argument. I don't think that I do want Ember Moon to get her own shot at the title. I don't think like because the argument was that Bayley needs Charlotte to have a quote unquote showcase match at
No,
SummerSlam.
she doesn't.
No,
No, she
she
doesn't.
doesn't. She could have a great match with anyone with an Ember Moon, and it'd be a great showing for her. I think Bayley does not need Charlotte to have a good because we all assumed it was gonna be Bayley versus Charlotte at SummerSlam.
Not
Like,
everyone needs Charlotte. Becky Lynch never needed Charlotte.
well, Becky
No, she
being
didn't. No,
Charlotte
she
did
didn't.
legitimize her.
Yeah, but she didn't need her. She was going to be over no matter
Right.
fucking what.
If anything, Charlotte needs people to get
So
creditable as a heel.
Charlotte needed Becky to
so
even, like, whatever.
so and like okay, they confirmed the match next week is gonna be Ember Moon versus Charlotte, and I always see so many overreactions to it and all that.
It's
stuff.
ridiculous.
So
Like,
here,
come on, guys.
here's my thing.
You can not like it, but yeah. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Here's my thing. So Bailey is a strong baby face, but for some reason Canada does not like her. Canada has booed this woman. Like they booed her when after she got injured and she announced she could not be at SummerSlam. They booed her after the Superstar Shakeup this year when she came over to SmackDown. So I'm like, okay, that's one problem they might want to like cover up. And number two, Ember Moon, while we are excited she's getting this opportunity, her character is not all the way there.
They just started pushing her.
Yeah, they just started pushing her. So
wasn't it like less than a month ago she lost in like 2 minutes to Sonya Deville?
Yeah. So that's number one. While it would be very difficult to tell like a face-to-face story, and then to have them in Toronto where Bayley will more likely get booed, it's like that's an issue of itself. So
Toronto are just dicks.
Yeah, they hate Bayley. They despise Bayley for some reason.
Simple.
We all talk about it, how Charlotte is overpushed, how she's always in the title scene.
But are y'all surprised?
We always talk about that and how she should be outside the title scene, how she should be in the mid card or getting help, like being outside the women's title. But
that's the problem. WWE doesn't know how to book her outside of the title.
Well, no. Here's the thing. They were not going to have Charlotte sit outside SummerSlam. They were not going to have Charlotte not do anything on their biggest pay-per-view.
And they didn't want to build up a Charlotte Liv Morgan feud, I guess.
Well, no, because they're not going to have 4 women's matches on SummerSlam. That's asking too much for them. You have the women's tag title match. You have Bayley versus Ember, and you have Becky versus Natalya. They were not going to give you 4 with Liv Morgan and Charlotte. They were not going to do that.
That's what WWE looking at us like, man, y'all asking for too much.
Yeah.
Hell, apparently we asked for too much. We asked for more than one women's match on the NXT takeovers.
They're going to give you 3 at the most, and the women's tag title match is going to be on the pre-show. But for y'all to think they were going to give you Charlotte versus Liv Morgan, and they're going to give you 4 women's matches, no, that was not going to happen.
You poor sweet fools.
Charlotte was going to play a big role on this card, and I get it. Charlotte is always in the title picture, but in this case, she is needed because Bayley is going to get booed if this is a singles match, and Ember needs something until she finally gets like more like into her character. So that's number one. And then people comparing this to the Mania situation. No. I will always say Charlotte should have never been involved in Becky versus Ronda because Charlotte should have been facing Asuka because Asuka, we know throughout the whole weeks all the way to Mania, Asuka had no fucking plans. It was pretty much all up in the air what she was going to do at Mania. And then they took the title off of her to put on Charlotte to make the main event look even more of a big deal than it should have been.
Which y'all to this day said was stupid as hell.
I just find it very
Asuka because Asuka would have had a plan going into Mania, and then Charlotte should have lost to Asuka. And Becky, and then you have the fact that Charlotte basically didn't add anything to that Mania feud with Becky and Ronda because she was just cutting promo. She didn't add anything to the Twitter beat that Becky and Ronda were having. She was just there. She was just basically the third wheel.
And not only that, every time Becky was around Charlotte would always beat the brakes off. Becky would always beat the brakes off Charlotte.
Exactly.
Like so in that indictment, I will say that Charlotte should have never been added. She should have never been, especially after they turned Ronda heel. After that, at that point,
Yeah, at that point, he didn't need Charlotte. He didn't need Charlotte at that point.
See, I don't think people are comparing it to the WrestleMania thing. They're comparing it to last year's SummerSlam.
right, and I get that, but in that case, after what we saw after SummerSlam, it was like, okay, we like, yeah, like maybe that was the point.
Now, it's kind of interesting that Ember is in that case in the Becky Lynch spot.
Yeah,
That's very interesting.
You don't need to wait to curb the whole Bailey thing. Have Bailey wear a hockey jersey and drink maple syrup.
Shut up.
Just go all in with it.
No, I want to know. She should wear Shawn Michaels type and put on the sharpshooter.
Again, I see both sides of the argument. I get it. I get why everyone is just frustrated about Charlotte being added. But again, looking at the circumstances of Bailey potentially being booed in Toronto, and Ember is just not there yet as a character, how she just got like just being heated up. I think Charlotte is just needed here, and like eventually Charlotte's always going to stay in the title picture, no matter what we say, no matter how we feel about it. She's going to have that heat towards it regardless. So that's just my thing. I'm not going to go overboard and be mad about Charlotte being.
You can not like it. You can not like it, but like don't overreact. Like think it's going to be the biggest thing.
Added to the match. We all assumed Alexa was winning the Fatal 4-Way, and then she didn't. Natalia won. We don't even know if Charlotte's going to be added. She might be, she might not. But the overreaction already is just like, can y'all please calm down?
It's just people having already the worst fear already.
But it's not going to take away from Ember because Ember's going to have a strong showing. It's not going to take away from Bailey because it's going to protect Bailey getting booed. Like,
even worst case scenario, if Bailey does lose the belt, she's probably winning it back at Rumble or Mania.
True.
Like we all assume it's going to be Bailey versus Charlotte, and I would like to see that feud. I want to see Bailey versus Charlotte, and then maybe Bailey versus maybe Charlotte versus Ember Moon. I would like to see that stuff. Like, and it's going to be a great match. So we never
got Charlotte versus Ember either, which I mean,
this is their first time they're gonna wrestle on this upcoming SmackDown.
Hell, we don't know. Ember might win.
She might win. We don't know.
Never know. Maybe Liv Morgan can cost her the match.
Yeah. So
good idea.
I get both sides of the argument. Do I think Charlotte? Do I think Bailey needs Charlotte in terms of having a great showcase?
Bailey doesn't need anyone.
Do I think that adding Charlotte to the match is going to take the heat off the crowd, just booing Bailey out the building? Yes. Do I think that Charlotte being added to the match is going to help Ember along the way as far as character or as far as like getting emotionally invested? Yes, I think that. And I think regardless of what happens this upcoming Tuesday, if she is or not, just don't go overboard with it.
Becky Lynch, the feud with Becky proved that Charlotte is like one of the best heel foils to get someone over.
Right.
Because how they just been booking Charlotte always in the title picture, and fans are just sick of it at this point.
I mean, I'm not saying again because I will say Charlotte definitely helped Becky become a big star because of like the situation that happened. Becky obviously
she played a part.
Yes, definitely. Like, and her in the ring, like I have my issues with her in the ring sometimes, but we know she's good. We know she's put on too many great matches. She's gonna have a great showing at SummerSlam.
She's been mid on pay-per-view so far this year. I will say that because you had her in the Rumble.
Yeah. Oh, the Rumble she was fucking garbage.
We can't count Fastlane because the story was Becky being
injured. Yeah, I don't even count that as a match.
Then you had Mania, which she just and her performance at Mania was kind of.
She was good at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like
against Becky, of course.
So then, like she wasn't on Stumping Ground or Elimination Chamber, but I think this match would be her. I think she will deliver in this match.
You always call Extreme Rules Elimination Chamber. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, like Charlotte, like honestly, to me, it's not going to add much to the match, but I think it's more of an addition than a subtraction for me. like, hey, I'm fine with it, and anything to make Twitter blow up and just act like crybabies, I'm all for.
It's one of those things with Charlotte where she'll have a good performance. Look for the corkscrew moonsault.
Right.
You need a heel. I'm sorry, like the face versus face is not gonna work.
The only way, like the only time face versus face really works is if it's like two mega baby faces. Like if it was Becky and Bailey, that would be like.
Honestly, the only time face versus face has worked was Cena versus Punk.
I mean Hogan Warrior. I mean I have to.
Fuck Hogan.
I mean fuck
Like,
Hogan. But yeah, like
it's not really gonna work, especially in Toronto's case, because again, like Bailey, she's gonna get that negative reaction from Toronto, and Ember, like she is like they might get behind Ember, but it's like wait and see type of thing.
I mean I guess you could say Rock Austin in 2001, but then again it was Texas, so Rock got booed.
So again, we get it. Charlotte is over push, and
But she been over pushed. That's been a thing.
But let's be real, they were not gonna have an off SummerSlam. People like get it
Oh
together.
yeah, come on now.
Yeah, bro, I knew that. Come on, son.
That's the thing. Like, see, I know you would have found Charlotte versus Liv Morgan like not believable like on the show, but I would believe that before me believing Charlotte's not on a pay per view at SummerSlam.
Yeah, but I'm just
like, that ain't
but I was just saying they were not gonna have 4
I
women's
know,
matches.
I know what you mean. I'm just
my
like,
thing.
yeah. No matter what, Charlotte's gonna be on the show. Just
Yeah,
fact.
she was always gonna be. Like people just need to get over that. So then we had the Iconics defending their women's tag titles against the Kabuki Warriors.
Now
and
this like I know they meant it for heat, but this just pissed me off. This was stupid.
I knew this was happening. I knew this was happening.
But they didn't even like they didn't even like
be...
wrestle at all. They just left and they just like it was done. I was like, okay, there's your champion.
This just play up the fact that they wanted to cheat. Like that's how the Iconics work the best, just them in their cheating roles. They were not going to do the title change here. I would have liked the title change, but they were not going to do it, and so that gives more of a reason to do the title change at SummerSlam.
I was just thinking, like, give us even just a little bit of wrestling, just something to make us be like, oh yeah, Kyrie and Asuka can definitely take themselves off of them.
No, because the story was to just like Kyrie and Asuka basically dominating them, and then they just got out the ring and they just took the count and win.
Oh, okay, there we go.
So that was all that, and then Kyrie Asuka basically
attacked them out the
shit
out of them.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that gives you more reason for them to face the Iconics again, and then hopefully beat them for the belts now.
They better beat them. We love you, Kyrie.
Oh, we love Kyrie. Then we had what else happened on SmackDown?
The world title segment like with Kofi and Orton and
we had New Day basically calling out Daniel Bryan because Daniel Bryan was going to have this career-altering announcement. He comes out, and then he goes back out. Then he comes out again, and he leaves. I think the whole point of that was just basically to just mislead the fans. Like Daniel, we were just not going to give the fans what they wanted, and it's like. More likely, we're gonna hear whatever the announcement is next week.
Or he'll troll.
Honestly, with all the rumors going around, I thought this was going to lead to Harper attacking a New Day.
But like career altering, like that's big. Like, so I mean, it could just be Daniel Bryan trolling. Like he might do this again. You know how Jericho, when he returned, he just like wouldn't speak. He would just troll everyone. What if Daniel Bryan what if they keep announcing this thing and Bryan just keeps like.
He announces that he's elite.
Who we think Daniel Bryan's gonna face at SummerSlam?
It might be a rematch for the tag titles.
Well, if it's not a rematch for the tag titles, who we think it's gonna be?
Honestly, it might be Harper because in a way Harper might blame Bryan for what's happened to Rowan.
Yeah, I think we're getting New Day versus Heavy Machinery at SummerSlam.
I'm gonna throw out a swerve. So. It's been announced this week that Shawn Michaels, he's going to be a special guest commentator for SmackDown next week. And I might be crazy, but I think Daniel Bryan might come out and then he might actually berate Shawn Michaels, and then we might, for some reason, get Shawn Michaels versus Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
I might be crazy.
Nah. No, you're not crazy. I'd love that too, but nah, I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening.
If that happens, I'll give you $20.
What other reason is that to just have Shawn Michaels on commentary? Just have him on SmackDown. Like this episode of SmackDown has Like, it's just another episode. It's just another episode. Like, there's no special reason
Bald-headed,
of the SmackDown.
popping
He just
Bible
is there.
Sean.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what? Like, he's gonna play into some big thing for SummerSlam. So
No,
I'm just
no,
Pocket
no. The thing that happens, but instead it's Dolph Ziggler.
Oh
I'm
God!
Super kicks Shawn Michaels.
I'm just trying to think why have Shawn Michaels so close to SmackDown on a SummerSlam show?
People keep
And
calling Johnny.
Is the show in Texas?
I was gonna say he's there to preach the good word.
let me go see.
Aleister Black is gonna attack him. Yes, we're gonna finally get it.
I
Bald-headed,
swear if this
pocket
actually
Bible.
happens, if this shit actually happens, y'all owe me $5 off the bat.
I said 20, but no, I believe you more, so I'm gonna say 10.
Then cash out me the 10 if it does happen.
Exactly. Yeah. When it happens, if it happens. No, Aleister Black is gonna black mask Shawn Michaels, and then Shawn's gonna hand him a Bible, and he's gonna turn it down, and we're getting that for SummerSlam. That's what's gonna
Okay, y'all really have to stop with this damn shit.
happen. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
No, it's not. And shut up
So
about it.
yeah,
Well, damn.
yeah. So when Daniel Bryan left, then we got Elias, we got I forgot who's the other guy, and then we got Randy Orton.
Joe. It was Elias, Joe, and Orton.
Okay, and then we basically had a 6-man tag, and Randy Orton pinned the WWE champion.
But you forgot the best part is like when the New Day after the tag match, Orton was like 6-man tag. Nah, and Orton tried to nope his way out of the building, and Kofi pretty much drew him back in, calling Orton a punk.
Speaking of Orton, did you see Orton's face during the whole beginning segment? He was not having any of this. He was so bored.
He was just so done. He was like, "What the fuck am I doing here?"
Can I just go backstage like a vape? I'm tired.
So yeah, like it's pretty much we getting the match 10 years in the making going into SummerSlam. Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. And
okay, here's something I gotta talk about. Ever since this happened, everybody has been bitching and complaining, saying, "Oh, they're gonna have Randy Orton beat Kofi." No, they're going to do the same thing with Kofi that they did with Bayley. Kofi's finally going to get his redemption for decades-long years of fuck shit from Randy Orton.
First off, this feud is going to legitimize Kofi as a main eventer if he has not been legitimized already, because he's facing a 10-time WWE champion and Randy Orton #1.
Isn't he like 12? Yeah,
12, 14, 10. Who cares? I'm just saying he has a lot of them. And then they have history going back to that feud they had in 2009, in which Randy Orton basically said "stupid" to Kofi when Kofi
and ruined Kofi's push.
Yeah, so you can just play up that fucking story that Randy Orton is the reason why Kofi didn't get his the WWE title, the push he should have gotten in 10 years ago.
That's exactly what I said. They're doing with Kofi what they did for Bayley. They're setting this up basically for Kofi to get his redemption for what happened 10 years ago.
Kofi needs that big heel going into SummerSlam. Who else would have been? Who else?
Wasn't gonna be Joe because you used that bullet already.
It was gonna be Brock because Brock is over on Raw.
Yeah, Brock is not doing SmackDowns.
And Shane's last match is probably going to be SummerSlam against Kevin Owens.
It wasn't going to be Andrade. I like Andrade, but it wasn't going to be him. It wasn't.
No, not yet. You got to build Andrade up first.
Exactly.
It was going to be Aleister because you just had him wrestle.
I think down the line it could be Aleister.
I'm thinking it's going to be Aleister around Survivor Series.
But no, because Survivor Series is champion versus champion.
Orton can take this loss to Kofi and it won't hurt him. He already established he's already a made star. Kofi needs this win, and Kofi needs this feud with Randy Orton to further legitimize his fucking reign.
Honestly, I could see Brock. What if? So either actually, I guess keep Brock retaining. What if we get Survivor Series Brock versus Kofi?
I can see that.
Because what's the theme? What's the theme?
Didn't they do that in Beast in the East?
Yep,
Yeah, but
Beast
that
in
was
the
when
East
Kofi was a
2015.
jobber. That was when Kofi was a jobber.
Pretty much.
No, I'm just saying, like, they did it before.
Yeah, they did it before.
But yeah, I can see that. I
Like
want
this
that.
could have to be huge. Like, because remember what's Brock Lesnar's theme at Survivor Series? Working with small guys.
Working with small guys and his matches be better with small guys than with big guys.
Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. But
And the Brookleys are actually trying.
yes.
So if that's the case, can we bring back Hornswoggle versus Brock Lesnar?
God damn it, no!
God damn it, Brendan.
Why do you keep doing this? Oh, never mind.
Go to your room.
Well, think about it. You said
Take
small
this
guys.
pocket Bible.
God damn it! You say it again. I'm coming to your house and I'm taking out your kneecaps in front of your granddaddy.
Yeah, your granddaddy. Yeah, he's gonna take your granddaddy.
And for the hell of it, I might take out them old rickety kneecaps of your granddaddy too.
In front of your grandmammy.
Wait, is your grandmother still alive?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, thank goodness. Thank God.
Thank God. Wait, did you know his grandpa was still alive?
Yeah, because he said it was with his granddad.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, all right.
Then we also had Apollo Crews basically surprising Andrade with a win.
Yeah, you know what's weird this week? He was booked better on SmackDown than he was in NXT.
Not really. I wouldn't say that because he had a better back and forth match with Kushida.
Oh yeah, he had a better match, but still.
And plus, he got a much better reaction. Oh, bro, definitely. That pop he got when he got back to NXT, he was just like, "Yo, can Apollo Crews stay in NXT?"
Even Killian Dane got a pretty good reaction too. When he first,
I know what Asia means. Like we gotta focus on the people that are here, the homegrown talent that are there. But like, bro, can we just keep Apollo Crews back down there because y'all didn't do nothing with him when he was there, and y'all called him up at the worst time. I mean, if anyone needs to stay in NXT, if anyone needs to go back to NXT, it should be Apollo Crews.
I don't think I can complain about them bringing talents back right now because so far all they've been doing is been putting over the younger talent. Tyler Breeze has been just putting everyone over.
Yeah, but it's just when my thing is just like when you do bring someone down, they are going to take up a spot from someone that isn't on NXT TV right now. That should be on TV. So that's just a negative when you do bring someone down.
Right.
I agree with that negative. But I just look at it from what Apollo's doing right now, where he's barely on TV. Right. He's barely been doing things. I'm just like, bro, if anyone should be brought back down, it is him because you brought him up at the worst time.
What's positive about it is that you have someone who has main roster experience coming back down and can teach these guys. Like when they come up, they can give them advice, like of what to do and what not to do. Like it works for the talent that they're facing, you know. Right. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Definitely.
So yeah, that was SmackDown too. Raw and SmackDown.
And honestly, the only thing I want to talk about with NXT or like maybe a couple.
Oh wait, we forgot about the main event. So KO stunned Shane McMahon again.
Beautiful.
He stunned Shane twice in the same night.
Shane McMahon, motherfucker, can you not sell a stunner?
Nope.
Oh my god.
He's too old.
He fell over. He just fucking fell over. Damn it, Shane. Taking up from your dad, I see.
So yeah, that was Raw and SmackDown this week. Then we get to NXT, in which there was no women's match on the show for the second straight week in the fucking row.
The only women's segment we had was Mia Yim taking out Marina Shafir in the parking lot, which was beautiful.
Waifu going gang style on the opponents. You love to see it.
It was beautiful. So
didn't you tweet that you were bored out of your mind or something?
What do you mean?
Or like you had said like.
I said I wasn't gonna watch. There was like no women's match on the fucking show, and there wasn't even no Bianca, no mention of her. So I was like, no, I'm not fucking watching. Like, there's too much men. Like,
Well, okay, I'll talk about. Well, in that case, I'll talk about the two. Like, there's only a couple of things really worth talking about. Killian Dane's return, which was great.
Matt Riddle got abused, and I don't like I don't like seeing Matt Riddle getting abused.
I would love to see like if Killian's going to give an explanation on why he's attacking Matt Riddle of all people. Like, because I know he did the segment where he talked about his childhood and everything. Like maybe he could be like, well, like I had all this like tough things in my life going, and like it made me the way I am. But then you see someone that was laid back as Matt Riddle who has it all, and like I don't know. You can tell some kind of story with that.
The classic rich kid versus the classic kid from the
Right,
South.
yeah, you know.
But Riddle ain't rich though.
I mean, he ain't rich, but I mean, I'm talking about like he's laid back, he's always happy, but Killian Dane's always miserable.
That's because Riddle's always high.
I mean, they can't say that, but you know.
Like Dane's just like, why are you always so laid back all the time? It's like, bruh, I'm high.
If I wasn't high, I'd be pissed and I'd beat the shit out of you.
Exactly.
But damn, this is some good weed though. But yeah, so we had that. The Street Profits had a really good promo. And I think the Street Profits are okay. I'm gonna when we do predictions, I'm definitely going with Street Profits because like
I keep telling y'all, man, this Undisputed Era dripping in gold thing, that shit passed when Bobby tore his ACL.
Maybe it's my hope. Maybe it's my wishful thinking.
I hope it don't happen, but I can see them doing it. Especially with the Street Profits already being called up on the main roster.
I don't even see them as being called up. I just see the main roster using them to hype up their shows and stuff.
So far.
So far, yeah. I don't see it as an official call up until they have their first match.
Well, they can possibly do that after SummerSlam. Just have them drop the belts and then have their first match after SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, we also got Sam Shaw versus my boy Jonah Rock. Jonah Rock won.
Yeah, honestly, this was the worst match of the tournament. I'll say it.
Sam Shaw, I've never been into him. I think he's gotten a little bit better, but I'm still not there with him. I don't know.
Then we had Miriam attacking Marina Shafir.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
And I like this because they making like every opponent Shayna has had since having this title, when the ponies have been in her side, they have not, like before the match or before in the feud, has not taken out the ponies beforehand. It's just they always have to go. They have to face Shayna, counteract the ponies, and then Shayna somehow retains. I
think Mia Yim, of all of Shayna's opponents, so far in the build-up, has been booked the smartest of anyone.
Because she knows them the best. Because she lives with them.
Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah.
Like who better than someone who lives with you?
If that's canon for NXT, how the hell are they gonna explain that? Like she attacked Marina and slammed the car door into her head. How are they gonna explain that when they get home?
She's taking him out. That's very smart. But here's the problem, Mia. Shayna has beat you before without the ponies earlier this year, around like February or March time. She has beaten you without them even being at ringside. So it's like
two things.
But see, that wasn't for the title though.
Right,
that wasn't for the title.
That
was
regardless without the title being involved. Like she has.
Yeah, I know that, but you know Shayna's going to bring them with her because the title's on the line. That's added.
Again, she didn't bring them with her at New York, and she won clean.
That was against the other three.
Yeah, so she has won with them and without them. She has beat Mia clean. So
I will say, I think Mia Yim has, like, we know Mia Yim has found a new confidence, and she's obviously gotten a lot better since her like first few months in NXT. Like, this is a new Mia Yim.
Right.
Like, definitely. Right. So, I mean, yes, Shayna could obviously win, but I think like so far, it's like especially compared to Io Shirai, Mia Yim looks like a fucking genius in this feud.
She's being smart. She's taking out the other two so she can handle Shayna one-on-one.
And she's not going to be distracted by Candice beating up the ponies and trying to play fucking cheerleader.
Now, is that enough because we know how OP Shayna is.
Oh yeah, we do.
Shayna.
Again, I hate to interrupt, but here's the thing. Here's the difference between all the other women and Shayna and Mia. Mia knows Shayna inside and out because they live together. She knows her ins and outs. She knows her strengths and weaknesses.
They have faced each other a million times. Like, no one knows them more than Mia.
And that's the thing. Shayna knows that Mia has been through a big, serious knee injury. And she knows
because Shayna actually helped her rehab.
Yeah. So she
like
can
that's a
go
big
after
reason, and
that.
that's a big reason why Shayna won that match because she kept working on that knee.
So they can go after the. They can like Shayna has not like. Here's the thing about Shayna. She has not had a big weakness.
She really hasn't. She has not had one.
Yeah, that we know of. I think the only person who
No.
would probably is Mia Yim.
Yeah, but since being champion, since being on top for 2 years, she has not have a weakness. The only quote unquote weakness you can say is her opponents countering out the cure through the clutch into a pinning combination. That's the only thing.
But you've seen how like people have done that, but Shayna's kicked out now, so Shayna's learning from that too.
It's one of those.
And just like that, Shayna has proven to be smarter than Samoa Joe.
It's one of those things where
God.
it's one of those things where Shayna has no holes in her game. Mia is going to have to make holes in her game.
Yeah.
Like she has to poke around to find a hole to exploit.
And she has to. I mean, no one can study Shayna better than someone who lives with her, and Mia Yim's doing that. Like,
but it's
yeah, I can't stress this enough. This is before Mia Yim really took off, like with this winning streak and this fire.
Is studying, is living with your roommate, and all that enough for Mia to overcome Shayna two-time the most dominant female in the NXT Women's division?
All I'm going to say, I mean, that remains the
case.
We'll
find out.
But all I'm going to say is I think Mia has the best chance.
Yes.
Of all.
I think
if anyone's
she does,
going to do it,
I will always say that it should have, and it will always be.
I mean, the advice I give from Mia as far as Shayna style wise, sprawl if you can. Watch out for her wrestling.
No. The best advice is don't give your
back.
Yeah, don't give your
back. Don't pull an EO.
Don't try to do like a ZSJ type of bridging pin. And then get caught in the fucking tear through the clutch, man.
Jeez, man. The more we talk about it, man, the more I kind of think that EO's character as Babyface was low key retarded.
EO's
dumb.
She
was dumb.
She's Goku.
She was all types of dumb doing that Shayna feud because you had her standing there like a fucking idiot at Takeover 25, and then she goes back to Shayna, and then Shayna just basically catches her and just put her in the kill field clutch, and then she just passes out. Then you had the steel cage match, and instead of just climbing down, she wants to be a.
She does the moonsault.
So it's like she was just dumb throughout that whole feud.
She's on some Goku shit, man. I'm telling you. I don't know.
But see, I don't even think Goku would have been this stupid.
Another piece of advice you give to me, something I just thought of: don't try to outcatch the catch wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, don't try to do what she does. It will end badly for you.
I think that's why Mia. I think if anything, like, if you're Mia Yim, like, what's your strategy going into that match, like, from a kayfabe perspective?
I'm trying to think because
she can't do the high flying stuff anymore because of her knee injury.
So let's remember how she lost to Kyrie at the Mae Young Classic.
Well, Kyrie's also a high flyer. Kyrie's also like a kind of like aerial assault that like can counteract Shayna. Mia Yim used to be like that, but now with her knee injury.
Yeah, because that's why she stopped doing the Sky Yim because she busted her knee doing that.
Basically her neck. All you have to do is just go after protect your neck. That's all she gotta do. But is that protect your neck gonna be enough?
And resiliency. I mean, Mia's got that resiliency. I think I like how I'm talking about because it's a real fight. But yeah.
It's
like,
one of those.
That's how into it I am, though. Like that's how into this match I am.
To kind of compare this, I'm going to use some video game stats here, but you'll see where I'm going with this. It's one of those things where, like on the UFC games, if Shayna was in the UFC games, her grappling would be at a 95. Mia has to watch out for that.
Shayna is OP. Like
does Mia Yim have a striking advantage? I wouldn't think so.
I'm going to say like this. It's going to be very similar to Ember Asuka because we all know how Ember, she had the Eclipse. Mia, she has to protect your neck, in which no one at this point has kicked out of that. So we all know the story going to it was how once Ember hits the Eclipse, it's over with, it's done. And then once Ember did hit it on Asuka, Asuka kicked out. Is Shayna going to kick out to protect your neck? Is that going to be enough for...
But here's another thing about Mia Yim though. She
still has soul food though. Let's not forget she still has soul food.
And she has multiple ways she can hit. She has multiple variations of it too.
Right.
And she has used the I think she's finished people off with the guillotine before, right?
I think so. I can't recall.
Like I know it's one of her big moves. So yeah, like she has, but then again, that's a submission game, and you can't go on Shayna with the submission. So yeah.
So yeah, like
It's
I'm
gonna-
rooting for Mia, but I'm still gonna say Shayna's retaining.
oh yeah, no, that's a smart pick. That's a smart pick. Like, dude, if it wasn't Mia Yim, every single opponent, I'm saying Shayna because it's Shayna.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
So,
I like how the biggest thing we talked about from NXT was from a segment that was like 10 seconds long.
I mean, I just don't care for like
Men.
we had Adam Cole
I mean, that was
basically
beautiful. I
having
mean, that
his
was wonderful.
championship tour, and
I mean, that
basically Gargano comes out. They just
Taking that tired opportunity from a black man. Let's not forget that.
I'm like, I just don't care. And now they're having a quote unquote 3 stages of hell match, and I'm like,
fucking
okay,
bullshit.
Like I told you when we talked about it on Twitter. I'm glad the stipulation is back, but why for this match?
Why are we going backwards?
I'm like, okay, my stipulation for this match is I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask y'all if we were gonna live react to Takeover Canada, but after I heard that main event, I was like, nah.
No.
I mean,
they're not. Simply put, they're not going to top the Takeover 25 match. They're not going to top it.
No, we can live react and then end it after the title, after Mia.
If I'm home, yeah.
Which because it's the problem of Johnny unfortunately has basic white guy syndrome.
I'm telling y'all, I am telling y'all, Johnny Gargano has been the most overpushed wrestler in NXT in recent history.
He really has been.
But no.
Shayna. What?
Shayna.
I mean, it's her too, but it's Gargano really.
Right.
Johnny,
it's both of them really, but I mean, he's one of them. He's the biggest one.
But like, here's the thing. At least Shayna is credible. Gargano isn't.
Yeah, because Johnny loses all the time.
Exactly.
They try so hard to make Gargano the underdog. Meanwhile, you having him kick out of fucking everything in 40+ minute matches, and then you have him.
He's the underdog, but he's like the second ever. But he's like a Triple Crown champion.
Let me give you a statistic. He has been involved in 15 out of the 26 takeovers.
Jesus.
That's how much. He has been a Triple Crown champion. He has won multiple awards in fucking NXT, in which he is a very great wrestler. I get that. But he has been on top, and he's getting a fucking 3 stages. Like, you got what you had, like the 2 out of 3 falls, then a match at TakeOver 25, and now basically a match in where it's 2 out of 3 falls, but both opponents get to choose a stipulation. And if it goes to the third fall, William Regal gets to choose a stipulation.
So dumb. That's so many fucking levels.
I like, come on.
And you already know it's going to the third fall too. You already know.
Just like, and it's just so overbearing. Like, come on. Like, I'm just tired. I've never been huge on this feud.
There's such a thing as doing too much of a good thing.
And that's why I'm gonna say, like, unpopular opinion, Johnny Gargano should not have won the NXT title.
The only way he should have won it was the off Ciampa.
Yeah,
but that's it. After Ciampa was gone, he shouldn't have won.
Exactly.
Because I mean, he dropped it right back to Cole. So what the hell is the point?
They're trying to make a very big deal off of Gargano leaving, and I'm just like, I just don't fucking care. And then at this point, once he gets called up to the main roster, he's gonna be so lost in the fucking shuffle, and he's not gonna be able to have 40+ minute matches to be able to be called the best fucking wrestler in the world and have these awesome performances. He's gonna have to at least work within 10. And then he doesn't have a character going into the main roster. He's just another wrestler that has good matches.
And speaking of callers to the main roster, I heard a rumor that they wanted to call up Ciampa, but Ciampa straight up refused.
Yeah, Ciampa refused.
Wow.
And I'm fine with that because Ciampa knows, like, you are not going to fuck me. Going up there is what exacerbated my neck injury.
I don't don't even think it's that. I think he just in his mind he has unfinished business in NXT.
He does, but also it was the neck thing because think about it, he was already hurt before he got called up. It was just him getting called up and doing all those shows at once took too much stress on his neck.
And plus, he knows once he comes back to NXT, he's right in the title picture. He's right back to top, like being the top. Like, why would you not go back?
Yeah, he has a claim. He has a claim to the title when he comes back. Like he could just go to Adam Cole's like, look, good for you. You won the title and all, but I never lost it.
You didn't beat me.
Yeah.
What's that?
Like I still want Keith Lee to take the title off Adam Cole.
No. Cole should beat Ciampa. Cole needs to beat Ciampa.
No, I'm saying if Ciampa isn't healthy by then.
Right. Oh yeah. But I'm just even if Ciampa is healthy by then, I think Ciampa should lose to Cole because like what better way to like cement Cole as the top guy in NXT? Because what else? Because like if Ciampa's champion again, like as a babyface, like I don't know.
I don't think Ciampa works as a babyface.
I
don't think Ciampa at this point will work as a babyface.
When he first comes back, he's getting the biggest. Like, did you see his reaction with Takeover?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get that.
They did the whole special on him. Like everyone's waiting for his return. Like he's gonna get the biggest babyface pop. Whether long term, I don't know.
You're not even wrong. He is gonna get that pop.
Right. Whether it works long term, I don't know. It's the Seth Rollins thing all over again in 2016. But yeah, like I just don't see him holding the top. Like I just put all that heat on Adam Cole, man. Like and have him drop it to Keith Lee, and then races from there.
Oh,
like,
speaking of Keith Lee, he had a segment.
Talk about
he
it.
basically said how his first year in NXT, he was promised opportunities off the bat, and how they'll be automatically straight to him. He has not gotten one. He has not gotten a title opportunity. How he has had a start type of momentum going his way, and how he wants to eventually get towards the title scene. And how people like Damian Priest are just automatically coming in, they getting all the fanfare. So he's going to check out Damian Priest, and next week it will be Damian Priest versus Keith Lee.
Which I'm just gonna say it. Like I like the guy's voice, but Damian Priest, he's one of the few independent guys that really never interest me.
He's all right. I'm not that into him.
He's okay.
I like him.
He's okay. Yeah.
I mean, he's not like boyfriend material, but I mean, he's all right.
He's decent. Like I was mad with him when he was Punishment Martinez back in ROH, but like he never. The main thing that really didn't make me all the way into him was when they had him paired with BJ Whitmer. Oh. That's one way to kill your career right there, teaming someone up with BJ Whitmer.
Oh, don't even say the name. God damn. Just 8, man. Don't say that. Yeah.
Oh.
But anyways, yeah.
Doing ugly man. Oh.
So yeah, Keith is clearly winning that.
That was NXT.
Well, so what we got next? I mean, we already talked about that Alexa Bliss thing. We might as well talk about it. Something happened today.
What happened?
The bitch returned to say some more stupid shit.
Who?
Dave Meltzer.
Melty Pants.
No.
You're not gonna bother with it.
He wanted to say something about my girl Bianca Belair, who is he wanted to say that she is not a draw, how no one cared about her when she was in the title scene, and how that basically like she was irrelevant. And I was like, I'm gonna ignore that. But meanwhile, there was an article this week on basically they were interviewing and they were making casual kids and casual adults who never watch wrestling basically focus on Roman Reigns, Becky Lynch, Velveteen Dream, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Bayley. And they said Bianca Belair has like a lot of potential to be mainstream. Let me go find the actual comments too. Let me go find that. Because just
Wait, what did they say about Dream though?
Let me go find.
that he has
If Meltzer says anything about Velveteen
No.
Dream, I'm pumped for
Let me go find.
Well, I was gonna say
Okay,
that.
so about Bianca Belair, they say a room full of 10-year-olds perk up at the sight of Bianca Belair. A side conversation halted. The kids stare with excited eyes at rising NXT talent as she sashayed down the entrance ramp. One might assume someone such as bubbly babyface Bailey would be getting a strong reaction from kids doing the experience, but it was actually Belair by a mile. The SmackDown Women's Champion score averaged 2.8. That was the score they were doing. A big farm from what the NXT star pulled in. They were basically putting over her athleticism, saying how she has lots of charisma, how she has the it factor, her braid, all that stuff. And then so basically, Bianca Belair has the potential to be mainstream. She has a lot going for her to be mainstream. She has the braid. She has a standout look. She has the it factor. She has charisma. She has her athleticism, in which everyone is wowed by her being so powerful in the ring and just like being able to deadlift 450 pounds practically. How she's basically how that like you could just feel her energy, feel her character when she's just
You
on
believe
TV.
You believe it.
Like you believe everything she says. You like she doesn't just say it off the bat.
In fact, you remember the story about it was like on the NXT taping where like someone told her like where an NXT like point to like or you face a certain camera and do your poses and like all the camera work and stuff. And Bianca just said, "Fuck that shit." She was so into character, she completely forgot about it, and she basically said, "Fuck it."
Like that, even when she gets the casuals' attention, that's how you know she's gonna be big, and that's how you know she's gonna work on the fucking main roster. Cause
it's to the point where like her character blends in with reality.
Like say what you want, and then he wants to say that she's not a draw.
How do you measure? In NXT, how the fuck
she's
do
not
you
gonna
measure
be
not being a draw?
You can't say that's on her because number one, they have not put the belt on her. She just got on TV.
She has one piece she has one shirt.
Is Shayna Baszler a fucking draw with the fact that she's been on top for 2 years?
Is Candice LeRae a draw?
Was Gargano a draw?
Is Io Shirai a draw?
Is Adam Cole a draw? Is Undisputed Era a draw? The only big draw they had in NXT was Ricochet. That was the biggest draw because he was selling tickets and live events out his fucking. That was the biggest draw. But you cannot say that is on Bianca Belair. She has just started getting her fucking momentum. And then
don't get me started with Finn Balor. He was a fucking draw.
And to say that no one cared about her, I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring up this fucking video that's someone composed of fucking Bianca Belair getting these big crowd reactions whenever she did phenomenal athleticism in a fucking ring. She got a big reaction at fucking Phoenix. She got a bigger reaction at fucking Takeover New York.
Not even the.
How you gonna tell me no one cared about
not even the big shows. Go to her most recent match, the squash match she had. The fans were fucking on fire for that. When she took her earrings off,
loving her,
dude.
Just say you don't like Bianca Belair because she's not an indie girl. Just say that; it'd be more easier for you. But
if it's Meltzer, I'm gonna question because she's black. Let's be real.
Well, that too, but
because we know what Dave Meltzer said about the you know what Dave Meltzer said about the N-word. We know this.
We all know he called Bianca Belair Montez Ford wife, and then he tried to be like, I couldn't fit her name in the tweet when this
dude compared the word mark to the N-word.
He's fucking trash, bro.
This dude is a petulant child. But that's not all he did today. No, that's not all he did today. Because then he went back on Roman again.
No, I know my fave, regardless if she wins the NXT Women's title or not, she is going to be big on the NXT Women's division. She's going to be bigger on the fucking main roster because she has something none of these fucking indie girls have. And she has it all. She has character. She has charisma. She has it factor. She has a standout look. Some of these indie girls are not even on fucking TV. They don't even have fucking that. Some of them are too busy changing their fucking hair color instead of getting a fucking character. Some of them don't even know what to fucking do. But meanwhile, Bianca Belair is leaps and bounds ahead of them. Meanwhile, she's been here for more than 3 years.
In 2019? What does Dave Meltzer know about being a draw?
Bianca Belair actually knows what the fuck wrestling is, and she's gonna be big, and y'all gonna be scared. And I told y'all early 2018 that bitch is gonna be a big deal in this fucking company, and she's gonna be a big deal in this women's division, and y'all just keep ignoring it. I told y'all about this chick. I told y'all that she's gonna be something. And regardless of if she wins the NXT title or not, that does not fucking matter, because y'all gonna watch her shine. She is a businesswoman. She comes from multiple athletic backgrounds. She came into wrestling because she watched Total Divas, so she has that up her favor. So in that proof, she could say she's living proof of Total Divas being a fucking success. Mark Henry discovered her. She's black, so she could be marketable. She has the braids. She has everything. She has good mic skills. Why y'all keep downplaying this fucking girl? Is it because she doesn't come from the indies? I'm sorry. Not everything good comes from the indies when you have the iconics. The indies are overrated as it is. I'm sorry, but y'all gonna have to eventually put some respect on Bianca Belair's name. She has not had one bad match since coming into this fucking company. Every opportunity they gave this fucking girl, she has improved every time, and she has knocked it out the fucking park. Every opportunity at the Mae Young Classic, when she debuted in NXT, when she was going on her undefeated streak, when she faced Shayna at Phoenix, when she had the 4-way at New York. Every time. When she faced Mia Yim, she got even better in the ring. When she faced Mia Yim, when she faced Nikki Cross, every fucking time, this female has done everything to say that she will one day be the best female wrestler. She has done that. She has had a better NXT run than fucking Io Shirai. I can fucking say that.
Oh my god, Dave! I gotta read this. Dave is so fucking. This is how he starts it with. Explain her performing before 250 people twice a week, and she has so much appeal to attract new fans. It's NXT, you idiot!
She has done everything. She has not dropped the ball once. Now you don't have to like the girl, but you will put respect on her fucking name, because she lives up to her fucking hype. And then you have people on Reddit that months ago they were calling her overhyped athlete, and now they finally giving her fucking praise.
Better late than
They've
never.
given her fucking just due. Bianca Belair has done the most interesting thing in this NXT Women's Division.
What? And then, don't even say Women's Division and NXT.
She has been the most interesting thing, and they actually go all the way with this fucking bitch. She'll be a bigger deal than fucking Io turning heel or fucking Shayna two shits. But that's just me praising my fave, because I actually know my fave actually has charisma, unlike your fucking faves out here. Unlike y'all faves that's just struggling on the main roster.
Because Dave Meltzer's
there's no reason for Bianca being this good 3 years in her fucking career. There's no reason for her to be this good. Where's that she lacking? Where's that? What area in the fuck? You may just say her in ring work, but she is slowly getting better. She has not had a bad match on fucking NXT TV. She has shown in every case that she can improve, and she is improving leaps and bounds, and she's getting better. She has not botched significantly. She has not said that she has not shown that she's terrible. She has had chemistry with almost everyone in the fucking ring, with Nikki Cross, with Shayna, with Io, with Kyrie, with even Toni Storm. Everyone that she's been in the ring with, she has had chemistry with. And yeah, she's green compared to them, but she is at least decent. She has mic skills. When they give her more mic time, she'll get even better. Paul Heyman helped her on the fucking mic. She has a ready character. She has a braid.
She's marketable.
She's marketable. She has something like. There's nothing she's bad at.
But apparently she's not a draw because she performs in front of 250 people in NXT.
At
You know, like
least she
every
can work-
NXT performer does.
At least she can work at both as both a face and a heel compared to Io, in which you have to turn her fucking heel because she flounders as a fucking face.
This idiot, like oh, she performs in front of Full Sail, so she's not a draw. So no one in NXT is a draw. Well, then you wouldn't know. We don't know if they're a draw because they're not in front of people. So you can't just say they're not a draw. Like, if you say that, then you should say no one in NXT is a draw. Why single out Bianca? You fucking idiot. You fucking
Bianca Belair. I'm just say you don't like her because she's not
an indie
because she's not an indie darling and being
she's not an indie darling and she's not Io Shirai and then she's black and you just don't like her and you don't like WWE because you're under AEW's payroll, you fucking bitch.
Bianca Belair, like, y'all ain't ready for her. Y'all wasn't ready at WrestleMania 34. Y'all wasn't ready at TakeOver Phoenix. Y'all wasn't ready at TakeOver New York. Y'all ain't gonna be ready for her in 1 year's time. I give it 1 year and she'll be one of the best women's wrestlers in the company. I give it 1 year. She'll be already better than Charlotte.
But if Dave rates it 2 stars, then it's not fucking gay.
Dave Meltzer don't mean shit when he's trying to devalue Roman Reigns.
He's a senile old fuck who's more out of touch than Vince McMahon. He
does not mean shit. Hack. Anyone here taking Dave Meltzer's opinion seriously?
You know what the sad thing is? Yes, there are people. No. You know what the sad thing is? There are people that do that because there's still people that actually pay for that fucking Observer. It's pathetic.
I'm sorry, my fade triggered you for no reason, Dave. I'm sorry that.
I'm sorry you feel threatened by her.
For some reason.
He really feels threatened by her.
But first you got Sam Roberts' ugly ass, and now you got Dave Meltzer.
Dave Meltzer makes Sam Roberts look like Gordon Soley.
But when she wins that title off Mia in November's time, I'm gonna be just rubbing that in his face. I'm just gonna be rubbing it in everyone's face.
I'm not rubbing anything in that face because he's fucking ugly. He's fucking funny.
Because everyone keeps discrediting her because she's not Io. I'm sorry, guys. Io is not the end-all, be-all for women's wrestling. She is not.
And watch, once she wins the title, Dave's going to go back to praising her. Just watch.
Dave can go back and...
No, he's not. He's gonna be saying, "I don't understand why they."
No, he's gonna say, I don't understand. Fuck you. And then this bitch, he's still on this Roman Reigns shit. This dude literally said that Roman Reigns got the better cancer. This idiot.
What? Okay, my grandfather recently had cancer a while ago. It's in remission now. Don't worry, he's fine. But what kind of cancer is good cancer?
There is no good cancer.
Define what's better cancer.
Please define. I swear, define better cancer for those who have died over these cancers. Tell me what's better about them. This dude actually fucking still has credibility somehow. He's slowly losing it. He should have already lost it.
I'm sorry. Anyone taking Dave Meltzer seriously after the whole Peyton situation, after the Roman situation, and just like he's trash. So it's like
if you waste $10 on Wrestling Observer for Dave Meltzer, you deserve to get robbed. Okay, I'm sorry. You don't deserve your money.
When Roman and Bianca be champions in the near future, I'm just gonna be happy, and that's gonna be fucking beautiful. It's really amazing. Yeah, owe me a thank you, by the way.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, but you were right. You were right all along about Bianca. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Lee Clark. This Dave Meltzer actually doxed some guy on Twitter who was complaining about him. And
Because that guy pretty much said what Dave said about Roman and how basically told everyone on Twitter. And so what Dave did, he just basically put his personal information out there.
The fucking child. He just like this is over a fan. This is over a fan on Twitter. And Dave Meltzer's doing this petty ass bullshit.
Are you surprised?
No.
So,
I'm surprised he still actually has a name, and I'm surprised this wrestling business hasn't blackballed his fucking bitch ass. But no, he has a place in this business for life because he had star ratings. Star ratings
that's the only thing people go to him for nowadays. For the most part.
By the way, Bianca was just at a live event and she KO'd a 6-foot giant and Kavita Devi.
That's awesome. Speaking of giants in NXT, by the way, we got quite a giant at a house show. 7'3". I'm gonna see what this guy's name is. 1 second. What's his name?
He's so fucking tall. I don't even know what his name is, but good God.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up while you guys talk about this because he's still not the tallest guy in wrestling. It still goes to Elegante John Gonzalez, 7'7". I think he's the tallest one in wrestling.
Braun Strowman, eat your heart out.
Damn. Like, hey, I mean, yeah. Jordan. Oh fuck, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that name. A 7'3" giant named Jordan made a debut, and dude, oh my god. I'm actually gonna like. Well, I can't really post it on. I can't post it in the chat, but I'm gonna tweet about it, and you'll see how big this guy is compared to the ref.
I think Stokely Hathaway was managing him at that live event too.
Yes. Oh my god, dude, we were so close to having Stokely on TV because he was in the crowd for that show. Eventually, they have to because he was in the crowd for those tournament matches. They have to show him eventually.
I think it's the next match. I think it's either that or the finals.
I thought they would have done it for Bronson Reed, the Jonah Rock match, because like he's been managing him for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Either way, I need Stokely Hathaway on my TV. I need more of him in my life.
Same.
He is a god among men.
So yeah, that's been Raw, SmackDown.
Fuck Dave Meltzer.
Cliff, did you get my?
And be a stan of Bianca, because if you following this channel and if you're not a stan of Bianca at this fucking point, you need to just go on. Just get out of here. Just go.
Cliff, did you get my message in our little hangouts, our personal one?
What's up?
Did you get my message in our little personal hangout?
Oh, me? Oh yeah. Let me see.
Do you care?
At the end, just kind of you want to talk about like the big matches? Maybe just like the big stuff.
Yeah, I can do that. The
one some of the highlights of it.
Yeah, sure. So Pro Wrestling Eve's Darn New Era happened. They did a couple things. They had a number one contenders tournament, which Rhea O'Reilly put together. Like the bigger matches. I'll talk about like the second round matches because that's where like the big stuff happened.
Okay.
You had you versus Casey. That you was using her judo background, which by the way, okay, you know Ronda's arm drags, her really unsafe arm drags.
Oh, what? Oh, we're talking about Ronda's like unsafe arm drags. Talking about Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, judo throws.
Yeah, her judo throws.
Another comparison.
You did one to Casey, and it was clean. It was safe.
Like it didn't look like she got thrown 100 miles an hour onto her fucking head.
Okay, well the big thing with Ronda's judo throws by the arm is they look really jerky. Like it looks like she's jerking her punch around. With Yu's judo throws, they have flow to them. They have a flow and momentum to them. So it doesn't look like she like jerks them. It didn't look like she jerked Casey by the arm. She just kind of gently tossed her.
And she didn't yank on her arm like she was going to pull an arm out of her socket.
Exactly.
Lord Ronda. And people want her back.
Ugh.
I'll get to that in a little bit.
So there was a Nightshade versus Shaza McKenzie. Nightshade just overpowered Shaza to the point of just using all of her strength and beat her with a powerbomb. Then we had Lana Austin and Mercedes Blaze versus Russell Friends, Jetta and Aaron Angel. Jetta and Aaron Angel win with the Frog Splash Jetta Lock combo. We get Millie McKenzie versus you in the second round match. Millie McKenzie actually ended up beating you. Something I want to go back to real quick is during the first round match it was Millie McKenzie versus Laura DiMatteo. Yeah. Livy Grace and Nightshade come out. They're cheering for Laura. And if you remember, Livy and Nightshade are supposed to be on Rhea's side. They're cheering for Laura. They actually pull Millie's feet out from under her, so Millie wins via disqualification. Laura's out of the tournament. Dan Reed on commentary says, "Is Laura behind this?" Laura has on her face has this look like she doesn't know what's going on, like she had no idea they were going to do that. Eve is really good about revisiting continuity, so chances are that this is going to come back around in the future. What's up, Adrian?
No, I'm talking about something else.
All right, you're good.
Okay. So we had that. Rhea O'Reilly's promo was pretty good. Rhea basically pulled a Triple H in 2013, 2014 Authority. Basically, she did it for Eve in her words, because she said Charlie was injured, Charlie's retired, Kaylee and Viper were leaving, so they need someone to step up, and Kaylee and Rhea felt that she was the best candidate to have the title because no one else would step up. The last thing she did as Eve matchmaker was she put together the number one contenders tournament because frankly she believes that no one deserved a shot at her title. So it was the classic kind of Triple H kind of thing. So the last match of the tournament we get is Roxy versus Charlie Evans.
Roxy Lolo?
Roxy, the girl that had that match had that match at Queendom with Arusha Hoshiki.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was really good. Some good solid technical work from both of them. Roxy ends up winning with at one point Charlie actually grabs a kendo stick and socks Roxy in the mouth.
I think a big thing I want, like, because obviously everyone should watch Pro Wrestling Eve. I watch it too. Like, I watch every once in a while because I don't have time to watch it much. But like, I want you to give like one, like, what would be like the biggest like thing to make people watch Pro Wrestling Eve? Like, what would be your biggest reason? Like, you had to point them to one thing.
I would say it's aesthetic because they embody that punk rock aesthetic, and that's the idea.
It's kind of like Progress, but like women's wrestling.
Female.
Yeah, female Progress.
And plus it's super inclusive and super progressive. So yes.
Right, like Charlie Morgan is a fucking legend. She already was going to go down as a legend in Pro Wrestling Eve, but like she's an icon now, basically.
Again, one of the only wrestlers to actually, she confirmed this. She's the only wrestler to ever come out as gay openly in her promo.
I think Charlie Morgan's gonna be one of those people, like, you know, like, I almost say, I mean, not to this level, but like, you know how Kurt Cobain, like, because like Nirvana was huge, but like Kurt Cobain got bigger after he died.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. The fact that you're comparing Charlie Morgan to Kurt Cobain is insane.
Hear me out. Like, would you agree that Kurt Cobain actually got bigger after he died?
I would say so because I think a lot of people started getting into Nirvana after that.
Like it opened everyone up to like, because I mean I know like he had the big hit, but like people forget like Nirvana was big, but they weren't the biggest. Like Madonna during that time was the biggest star. It wasn't Nirvana, but like after what happened with Kurt Cobain, like he basically became like a cult. Like
So you're saying like after
Charlie Morgan. What I'm saying is Charlie Morgan's gonna have like
a bigger
Charlie
fan
Morgan
base.
is becoming a bigger name now after like the retirement. I think more people are gonna watch her matches and become like fans of hers.
Mm-hmm. Which
maybe almost like Nick Mondo, maybe.
Yeah, fair enough. Which, speaking of, guess who closed the show out?
Nick fucking Mondo?
Buddy.
Well, I mean, I said Nick Mondo, so I'm like, yeah, Nick Mondo came back to wrestle Pro Wrestling Heat.
He's a big fan.
He's a big fan.
So Dan Reed, one of the owners of Eve, he came out and he was praising Charlie. And just talked about her coming out, introducing her. He welcomes her for her final Pro Wrestling Eve appearance. The big thing about this speech, unlike her Wrestle Kingdom one, this one actually had a theme, and that theme was about bravery and the unknown. And basically the whole thing was how after you were Charlie at this point, or Yasmin Lander, Charlie's real name, she's going to be going into the unknown after leaving wrestling behind, doing new adventures, and that's got to be pretty scary for some people. But Charlie said, "Well, that's scary. She's fearless."
Follow your heart.
Yeah, and that was a big thing. And then they get a video package for her, and that's talking about like her where she broke her collarbone, and like her coming back, and then her main eventing the first Queendom. The Eve afterward, the Eve locker room emptied out. They all gave Charlie a hug, and then they get the 10-bell salute, and that is Charlie Morgan's last appearance in Eve.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, right? I think because what I'm saying, like after because Charlie Morgan was already like synonymous with Pro Wrestling Eve. Like she was one of the names.
Dude, in fact, I forgot to mention. Dan brought this up. Apparently, WWE around the time of the first, not the first set of NXT UK, not the first set of NXT UK tapings, but around that time, I think it was the NXT UK, the first NXT UK takeover. I think. Either way, it was something to do with NXT UK.
Right.
Dan had said that WWE had approached Charlie about working one of the shows. They wanted to fly her over for NXT UK.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what Charlie said?
Okay.
She said no. I'm Pro Wrestling Eve.
Wow. So she was like she just stuck to that. Like that was because like
loyalty.
Even before like the injury happened and everything, she was already like one of the most synonymous names, and now like she's basically going to be an icon in Pro Wrestling Eve till the day it closes. Like,
which is never going to close ever.
So yes, it was on forever. It will take over every company, and it'll thrive. But yeah, no. So they even if it's 50, even if it's like 100 years from now, like Charlie Morgan is going to be like what Nick Mondo was to CCW basically.
Oh, absolutely. Because it's one of those things where it's a combination of everything. Her charisma, both on the mic and just her body language.
The matches she had, like some of the great matches she had.
Again, like if you enjoy high flying and like with some technical mixed in, like she is the Jeff Hardy of Eve.
Without the technical.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean.
Right.
Like, when saying that, like
no. I was just watching like Jeff Hardy old stuff.
But yeah, I've often said, like, if you were to, I kind of do this in my head with a lot of Eve wrestlers. I always compare like the Eve wrestlers to like their WWE counterparts, male or female. To me, Charlie is definitely Jeff Hardy, in the best possible ways, mind you.
Whoa, you're not disrespecting Jeff Hardy in this.
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, I think, but Charlie, because Charlie has that charisma both in the ring and on the mic and just her body language. But the big thing is Charlie being one of the first wrestlers to openly come out is
Right.
is such a big deal. Like, I don't think you guys realize how big of a deal that is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was
Because Darren Young, he came out, but he didn't do it in the ring.
no, he came out on Twitter, and then
Yeah.
Pat Patterson came out after his career was over.
Right.
So
And
Charlie's
I mean, Canyon, the Canyon never, well, the Canyon never came out. It was just like basically like, but did he come out or was it like
Chris Canyon?
like Chris Canyon? Remember, because like he,
I don't know if he ever. It might have just been like, I think, you know what I think it was? I think it was people just assumed, and then he never like publicly disclosed it. But like,
fuck the
it's more.
wrestling business. Every time before like the 2010s, basically.
But either way,
Okay.
Charlie is probably the biggest name to ever do something like that, and that's going to inspire so many people to come out and just be
I mean,
more open about
the face of an entire like promotion, like basically,
Not
like
even just
was
that,
supposed to
like
come out as
not even just the face of a promotion. If you really, not even just the face of a promotion. Charlie, in a lot of ways, is the face of an entire culture almost, or not a culture,
Yeah.
but like an entire community with the LGBT community.
and I hope pretty soon Sonya Deville can also become that face as well, and become even bigger.
Oh, I would say Sonya's practically already there. I mean,
But
granted,
yeah, she is. But I mean, like worldwide, like become huge, like like for
Mainstream.
like everyone, like huge,
well,
mainstream, yeah.
well, I mean, pro wrestling unfortunately is always going to be a niche
Becky,
thing.
I mean Becky Lynch is mainstream, so anything can happen.
Right. But yeah, that's
Yeah, man.
how we close the book on
All
Charlie.
right, close the show. And you know what? I thought of it while we were doing this, but you know what? I like to see. We usually close out our podcast like negative.
Actually,
I want to close it out
no.
with some what?
I actually have one more like discussion.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, go. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Because
Okay.
WWE posted it on fucking Twitter and it got everyone fucking talking. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Mm-hmm.
And then we might as well discuss it right here. They posted a video on Ronda Rousey and how they had basically a quote unquote debate whether she is needed or not for the division. Like,
No.
god
No.
damn it, we got. So I want to ask number one off the bat, do y'all think she's needed or not?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay, so here's my thought process. I don't think she is. And everyone's saying, "Oh, the division is lacking," because everyone's reason is the division is lacking right now. The big names are gone, and Ronda, she's the reason why the WWE took the women's division seriously, and she brought in star power and all that. I'm gonna go off the bat and say Ronda, she does have a big name. She does bring in star power. She was part of the reason why the women got closer to the main event and all that stuff. She she was a big talking point in the women's division while she was here. But Ronda is also the big reason why, like, Nikki Bella had to retire because Nikki Bella was landing on her fucking head on Evolution and then she got a cyst on her brain. Ronda Rousey is also the reason why Alexa Bliss started having concussion issues and Alexa missed out a few months or mainly a year of her career, and Alexa Bliss has not been the same since then. Ronda Rousey injured Sasha Banks, and Sasha Banks was working hurt all the way to fucking WrestleMania. She injured Ruby Riott, and why Ruby Riott has been out with double shoulder surgery in the same arms, the same injury in both her arms. So Ronda Rousey is with those judo throws. She's a big reason why most of the big players are not here in the women's division. Why the division is lacking. Number two,
She
when Ronda did not bring in huge numbers, when she was here, she didn't bring in like that big audience while she was on fucking top. She wasn't a like that big of a fucking draw. And number three, she was just steamrolling over women, and now the division has to recover without her because you were feeding Riot Squad to her multiple fucking times, in which now Liv Morgan they have to like build up Liv Morgan and Cyril Logan now. The division has to recover without her. We don't need her in order for the women's division to be booked great. You need to book the women without her. Because it was a long time ago in which they were booking the women's division great without fucking Ronda on here. They were doing it before she came here. Like, I understand, like, yeah, she has star power, but is star power of Ronda Rousey really worth injuring all the women you have? Because imagine if Ronda was here right now, she probably would have injured Becky Lynch right now. She probably would have injured Natalia or Naomi if she was facing them.
With how much she hated Becky, I'm shocked she didn't injure her.
I'm shocked Becky did not get injured all the way to the road of WrestleMania. Legitimate.
When Ronda turned heel, I'm surprised. I mean, she did stiff her. She stiffed the hell.
When Ronda was here, all the point was just to make her look strong and protect her as hard as they fucking can. Which, okay, yeah, that's fucking Ronda Rousey. You have to make her look strong, but that was really it. Just like, because they had her fucking slut shaming Nikki Bella, and that got a cheap pop.
Right.
It was about her. It was not about the division.
You notice that was the last time anyone ever shamed. That was the last feud Nikki was in, but that was the last time the Bellas ever got slut shamed, and by that point, everyone was just tired of it.
So it's like, no, I do not think they need, like, other than the Becky Lynch feud, in order for, like, that one-on-one, I don't think she's needed. Because, like, if she does not want to put over Becky Lynch clean at fucking WrestleMania, what makes you think she's going to put over anyone else? She's going to want to be legitimate and, like, who y'all think she's going to put over clean? When she comes back.
Maybe Shayna.
Who?
Maybe Shayna.
Who? No, I don't think so. I don't even think as friends she's gonna want to do that for Shayna.
I mean, that's the closest one I can think of.
That's
who she's gonna want to put over?
That's the only one. I mean, maybe Natty, but even then,
like she's like, no.
Let's call a spade a spade. Ronda will only went to WWE because she couldn't cut it in UFC no more.
I mean, dude, at least you didn't have to run to Amanda Nunes.
Until she stopped doing those fucking injuring judo throws, I do not want her here. Because I want a women's division that has actual women who are not fucking out with injuries and just not here.
Again, watching you and Eve, that's how you do a freaking judo throw, Ronda.
Ronda Rousey, take notes from fucking Matt Riddle. Take notes from Shayna.
That too.
We have multiple women.
Fuck's sake!
No,
I'm looking on Twitter and the fucking Briscoes won the tag titles off the God again.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Fuck.
Oh God, Matt Taven retained against Jay Lethal, and Jay Lethal's name. Oh no, it's not. It's off. Matt Taven has his own nameplate. Thank God. I had to squint my eyes, but that's that's his name on the nameplate. I was about to say, if you still had Jay Lethal's nameplate on, boy.
Like finally changed it. Yeah, that's Ring of Honor being a Ring of Honor. They never failed to not disappoint.
Did he retain clean?
Probably.
I think it was a triple threat with No, wait, let me look back.
Either way, it's blasphemy.
It was one. It always looks like it was 1-on-1, him and Lethal.
Ugh.
Fuck me.
And David won. Alex Shelley, please take the belt off this board.
That's Ring of Honor for you.
If it's not Alex Shelley, throw this whole fucking company away.
Bro, they should have gave it to Jeff Cobb, but they didn't want to give it to Jeff Cobb because New Japan told him that, hey, Jeff Cobb's going to lose a few matches here in G1. Of course he's going to lose matches in G1. He's not a New Japan guy.
I miss Gabe Sapolsky.
Actually, you know what? I think that leads perfectly into my new segment, and it's very simple. We usually talk about current stuff in wrestling and all that stuff, and that's always great. But I kind of want to get us to talk more about other stuff in wrestling that maybe they don't hear. and maybe other stuff that we can talk about that's not, just for the fans to know us more. So 3 questions with Cliff. Basically, just I'm gonna bring up either past wrestling events or segments or whatever, and it's like, you'll see. Okay, the biggest one, and I just thought of this off the bat. If you had to go back to the whole history, and I want each of you to answer it, what was the biggest mistake Ring of Honor ever made in its run?
Oh, for fuck's sake! I mean, I usually don't watch Ring of Honor, but yeah, not putting.
Can I go first with this one?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Jay Briscoe beating Kevin Steen for the Ring of Honor title.
Oh well, god dang.
Wasn't that around like Kevin Steen's big FROH run?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I understood why they gave Briscoe the belt, because they were trying to turn Kevin Steen face, and they didn't want the belt on it because they were going to try and put the belt on Matt Hardy. They were going to try to have Matt Hardy take the belt on Jay Briscoe, but Jay Briscoe up and messed his shoulder up. So they had to vacate the belt, and they gave it to Adam Cole.
So, because he messed his shoulder up, but, was this, during his, year-long reign, or, over year-long reign?
Mm-hmm.
No, this is just during his first. I think this is during Briscoe's first run with the belt.
His first run was, how long?
I think about a month or 3. But it was around that first reign he had that homophobic tweet.
Oh, well, there you go. Also, a big one, also not capitalizing on Cedric Alexander, because I think people forgot just how over Cedric was.
Speaking of not capitalizing on someone, I got one for you. Never giving Ciampa the world title.
Oh, yeah, because he had a big storyline where, because I know Kevin Steen had the thing where he was, basically going against Ring of Honor, fuck Ring of Honor, but Ciampa basically kind of had, the same thing, right?
Yes.
Dude.
That was the best time for you to put the belt on him, but nope.
Wasn't that, before or after they dropped the ball on Steen as well?
Yeah. I think so.
The early 2010s, really the early 2010s was the beginning of the end, because, it's not only because of Delirious.
Dude, not only that, they never even gave Ciampa a one-on-one world title match. The only world title match Ciampa got was that fatal 4-way between him, Elgin, Hanson, and Jay Briscoe.
What really sucks about, because, obviously the late 2010s Ring of Honor sucks, but, we know what sucks, because the roster is, not that good because no one wants to go, but the early 2010s, they had one of the best rosters they've ever had. Think about it. You had Steen, Generico, Cole, you had, friggin' Matt Hardy, obviously he wasn't doing much, but, he was still a big name.
He was the biggest heel in that company.
I hate Jay Briscoe, but he was probably doing his best work at the time. Jay Lethal came in right around that time, right?
Yep.
A little bit afterwards, I guess. There was a time where the Ring of Honor roster was so fucking talented. They could have done so much, and just.
So, do you mind if I go next, man?
Yeah, mistake after mistake.
They didn't capitalize on Cedric. They didn't capitalize on War Machine at first. They didn't capitalize on Dalton Castle at first until he was so fucking injured. They didn't capitalize on there were so many that they did not capitalize on.
It took them a long time for them to finally capitalize on Dalton Castle.
Exactly. And even then, Dalton Castle didn't even get to hold the belt that long because he was so freaking hurt.
Because they wait until their knot is over. They wait till they're Steam kind of. That would be if Becky Lynch was in Ring of Honor, she wouldn't have won the title till 2021. That's Ring of Honor. That's basically how Ring of Honor is. They wait until it's 2 years too late, and when it happens, the crowd is happy.
They damn sure did that with Hanson and Rowe.
Yeah. Dude. They never. Did Chris Hero ever win the Ring of Honor world title?
Nope.
Oh my god.
Neither of the Kings of Wrestling ever won the world title.
Oh my god.
But you know who did win the world title? Davey Richards.
Oh god, I forgot about Davey. Dude. Okay, Davey Richards. At one point, he was the face of Ring of Honor, right?
Yep. Thank God Kevin Steen beat him.
Representing the banality of Ring of Honor. Again, it was because Ring of Honor always had that stigma of they have no characters, they just have wrestling matches that mean nothing. And that wasn't true, but Davey Richards was that case.
He was literally the case subject.
He was like subject A.
Which not to take anything away from Davey as far as his in-ring goes.
Oh, he's a fucking workhorse, but like, what else does he have outside of like?
Okay, you know that whole
like Davey Richards, I understand why Asia says wrestling isn't everything. You need a character.
Exactly.
Again,
Usually when I argue with Asia about it, I always think in the back of my head, what about Davey Richards? And I paused. I was like, oh!
Let's be real. What about Tyler Black before he found a personality?
Oh!
Let's be real. Let's be real here.
And Lee and I also had that conversation too. Like, I think, I'm kind of the same way as Traverse. Like, I don't necessarily need you to have a character if you're good enough in the ring, but Davey Richards is the one case where Davey
Richards is the exception.
Davey Richards is the poster boy for that style, that the vanilla midget, like 40 flips per match, like no sell kind of, you know what I'm talking.
And here's the thing, Davey don't even do flips.
But you know what I mean, right?
He does.
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude. I tell you this, I watched when he won the belt from Eddie. Bro, tell me what halfway through I fell asleep.
Like, people call Daniel Bryan like trying to be Chris Benoit. No, Davey Richards is trying to be Chris Benoit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that's always the vibe I've gotten from Davey Richards, is he's trying to be Benoit.
No, Davey Richards is trying to be freaking Dean Malenko.
Dude, and the fact that Davey Richards won the CZW title from Leo Rush. Oh my.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was stupid.
And it wasn't even in a CCW show. It was in a Defy show.
Ring of Honor.
So do you mind if I?
Yep, Ring of Honor is trash. We get it.
All right. Well, okay, Angel, you'll like my next question because we watched one.
Oh wait, Brandon didn't get it. Brandon didn't say.
Do you have one that we didn't mention?
I was gonna say, I mean, it goes back to Ring of Honor not capitalizing on guys and not putting the belt on Generico. Granted, I say that
did.
That wasn't the Ring of Honor. I can tell you this right now. That wasn't a Ring of Honor thing. That was a Jim Cornette thing.
Oh yeah, Jim Cornette hated him. Jim Cornette fucking despised him.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, granted, I love the Kevin Steen El Generico feud. Trust me. But El Generico should have had the belt at least once.
But again, that wasn't on ROH. That was on Cornette.
It's weird because Cornette also hated Kevin Steen, but like he put the belt on him.
Because I think David was about to leave.
Ah, yeah. Okay, of course. So, yeah, I got you there. But Asia, you'll definitely like this next question because we watched like 3 of them like the past month or so. What is the best wrestling wedding of all time?
Kane and Lita.
Oh.
Or none.
Shut up! No, it's not Kane and Lita. Asia, we can confirm it's not Kane and Lita. We watched that segment.
Actually, no. We actually watched it a couple of weeks ago. It was the Crystal
and
Teddy Long wedding.
By far. It's not even a contest.
Wait, was that the one where Teddy Long got the freaking heart attack?
Yes.
Oh, that was glorious.
There are so many highlights. I don't even know where to begin. First of all, the band, the Boys to Men type band, like they were amazing. Everyone was like Jeff Hardy dancing for no reason, like in the middle of the wedding.
Bro, that just lets you know right there. Jeff Hardy was all about black music.
Dude, yes, he will. Dude, but dude, I mean, there's a video out of Jeff and Matt doing like in the early '90s doing like a rap concert. It's the best. I'm gonna show you guys that after. But yeah, you had that. You had CM, like you had the Godfather and his hose come out. Also,
tried to ruin a second wedding because that's what he did to Viscera and Lillian.
Crystal legitimately tripped on the steel steps getting in the ring. It was just like there was no moments where like nothing, like it was amazing. I might have to watch it again because there's probably stuff we missed. Like I don't even know. Jillian Hall came out.
Good shit.
There's that Vince McMahon phase where he's like looking like he just. Oh yeah, and Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle was there too. Hornswoggle and Coach were fighting for some reason, like in the middle of it. And yeah, Teddy got the heart attack, and that's the last time we ever saw Crystal too.
Yep,
that was it. Although I will say, in seriousness, as far as like the wedding that was successful, Macho and Elizabeth, clearly.
Yeah, Macho Man.
Yeah, it was successful until the reception where she got a snake.
Until the reception. Oh, that was beautiful. Fucking snake. I can tell. Actually, well, at that point, I might as well say it. The worst wrestling wedding. Actually, I can't even say it. Honestly, you know what? Dana Bryan and AJ.
Oh, that was
I
pretty.
hated that.
No, I got one worse. I got one much worse, and y'all probably haven't even watched it
Billy and Chuck.
because it came from TNA.
Ooh.
Oh no, is this the Brooke Hogan one?
Oh.
Yup.
Oh. Oh yeah, I said best wrestling wedding. I didn't say best WWE wedding.
Yeah, you said worst. You said worst wrestling wedding. Yep. That's the one I got right there.
Progress, you got the right answer. Holy fucking shit.
That wedding was so it was so horrid.
You got the right answer. Oh my fucking god,
bro! I swear that made me stop watching TNA. I was like, nope, I'm done.
The Claire Lynch thing didn't.
It almost did. It almost did. The way they did AJ Styles, I was like, bro, this how y'all do the face of your company? Oh Lord!
Wasn't that around the time of the fake baby mom thing that AJ was doing?
Yup.
Oh, that was a dark time.
Dark time for AJ Styles.
A wedding that like everyone like either loves or hates is the Billy and Chuck wedding. I've seen like so many mixed reactions from this. Some people say it was terrible. Some people say it was genius. I don't know. Like,
it was okay.
I mean, do you want a gay person's perspective on it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, given the fact it was around the time before gay marriage and LGBT rights were really taken into account,
right?
It was
It's kind of also the fact that they like oh, it was a publicity stunt. We're not gay, and it's like. Really?
Yeah, and then all it led to was Bischoff beating up Stephanie.
And the worst part is like when they said it was a publicity stunt that we're not gay, the crowd popped. Like that's to tell you the place where they were.
Early 2000s, ladies and gentlemen.
Like to me, the only funny part of it was when the pastor of the wedding said, "I don't care if you're married for 3 years, 3 months, 3 days, even 3 minutes," and then he just pauses like, "Wait a minute," and I just hear myself say 3 minutes, and then Bischoff just horribly rips off the makeup. It's like, bro, you suck at ripping off the makeup.
I mean, honestly, it was okay. Could have been better. Could have been a lot worse.
Oh, I have an added segment. I want to put in. Worst wrestling segment.
Worst wrestling segment of all time.
Claire Lynch.
It's a segment that no one remembers. It was like Hoda and that other bitch from that show with Adam Rose. One was on
I think I got one worse.
Oh Jesus! Was it in TNA?
No, it was on Raw. It was on Raw.
Okay.
Katie Vick.
No, very close. No, it's very close.
You got one, Asia?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll go ahead and tell you what mine is. The Lesbians.
HLA.
Yep.
Oh, that was pretty
lesbian
bad.
action.
Yep.
That was just dumb.
And you know what the worst part is?
You know why they did it? You want to know why they did it?
Ratings.
Just so they can pop ratings.
Did it even work?
No.
Of course it did. It's like
it didn't help that the segment ended with 2 big Samoan dudes beating up on the women.
Because apparently that will pop ratings. People want to see like lesbians kiss so that they can get their ass kicked by men. Like, that?
Oh, good. Oh, God.
The only good part was that fucking Umaga was one of them, and Umaga's great.
Yeah, R.I.P. to the homie Umaga.
R.I.P. to the homie Umaga. Actually, since I said 3 questions, I'll give one more question. Your favorite, if you have a favorite Umaga match. I already got one. John Cena Royal Rumble.
Him versus Jeff Hardy, Falls Count Anywhere in Extreme Rules.
So with the pigeon coop. Jeff Hardy does the swanton in the pigeon coop.
He doing swanton into the pigeon coop. He does swanton to the electrical. like on some equipment out there, wasn't it?
No,
Like they went outside.
Swanton, but you can't see where he lands, so I just imagine it's like a pigeon coop.
I can't.
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
I can't really answer on this because
my second favorite Umaga match was the one with him in the cage where Jeff Hardy did that fucking whisper in the wind up the top of the cage.
So both of them were Jeff Hardy. Okay.
I can't comment because I didn't really get on Umaga. I didn't watch WWE around that time.
Right. You were watching wrestling at the time, or were you like watching something else?
Well, okay. Do you guys know my wrestling history?
I think you told me. Were you like an MMA fan first, and then got into wrestling?
It was weird because real quick, real brief. I started off playing the video games first. WWE SmackDown vs. Raw being the first game I played, and I played the game.
That's how I started too, with 2006.
And then I went to a SmackDown show in like 2009 with my dad.
Right. Okay.
And then
I remember we talked about this because we both got into it because of fucking video game.
And then I started watching in 2012 around CM Punk's reign, and I've been watching ever since. That's my timeline.
Oh wait. Okay, so I see it now. It was actually a triple threat. It was Taven, Lethal, and Kenny King.
Okay.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
Kenny King's still in Ring of Honor, yeah.
But yeah, that's my history, so I can't really comment on Umaga.
I mean, yeah, for the first time for everything, hopefully this segment will stay, or at least, I mean, as long as we're on here until Hangouts decides to leave. But
Yeah. I got one more thing before we leave. I kind of want to do my fantasy booking right quick.
Okay, real quick. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So you guys remember that little dinner for three Alexa did with Mickey and not Mickey, but Lita and Trish, where she said she wanted the WrestleMania main event to be a battle royal.
Yeah.
Because she wanted all the women to be involved. Well, that stupid thing actually had me thinking all Thursday at work. And it gave me a somewhat of a weird fantasy booking. How about instead of doing like a battle royal, you have a tournament with all of the women. Not at WrestleMania. You started at the Royal Rumble. You started at the Royal Rumble. You have all the women. I'm talking from SmackDown, Raw, NXT, NXT UK, Champions 2,
Okay.
and the winner of the final two will be at the main event at WrestleMania. If the two finalists are champions, then it's a title unification match. Basically, the whole tournament is like this whole March Madness type of thing.
Okay.
And like I said, it starts at the Royal Rumble. You have the Royal Rumble with all of these women, champions 2, in the Royal Rumble. The winner gets an automatic first round bye in the tournament.
Okay, that was gonna be my first question. What about like who wins the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, the Rumble winner doesn't get a shot at Mania, but they bypass the first round. They don't have to do anything in the first round. And for heel's sake, I let Charlotte win. I let Charlotte fuck over Becky for it.
Well, yeah, you have to the biggest heel have the advantage in the tournament, getting a bye.
Yeah, exactly. The final three be Becky, Toni Storm, and Charlotte. Becky barely gets Toni Storm out of the ring, and then Charlotte just runs up and clips her over. Clips her.
Yeah, that's what I imagine too. Just like kind of the way like Orton, kind of how Orton eliminated Triple H in 2009.
Yeah.
That's exactly how he did. He got Cody Rhodes out, and Orton was like, "Oh, getting you out."
Yeah. So basically, you have the tournament go you have this tournament go up on each show. Like you have a few on Raw, have a few on SmackDown, have a few on NXT and NXT UK. And it just goes on. It just goes from 32 to like 24, then Sweet 16, then Elite 8, and then Final 4. And here's who I have for the Final 4.
Okay.
Bayley, Sasha, Becky, Charlotte. The 4 horsewomen are the Final 4.
Of course.
Okay.
And at Fastlane, it culminates with those Final 4 in a fatal 4-way elimination.
Okay.
And I have Becky Lynch winning.
My man.
And she And at this point, I don't have Becky losing the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Okay, that is her belt.
Yeah. No, wait. Actually, I did have Becky losing the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Oh
yeah. Here was another caveat I had. If there was a champion they lost, not only were they out of the tournament, they had to go G1 style. You lose, you got to defend your title against the person who beat you.
Yeah.
So Becky Lynch beats Asuka, and then I think it was at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, she beats Asuka for the title. She gets the SmackDown Women's title back.
It needs to be made a hybrid of a G1 and a standard tournament.
Yeah, and then that fatal four-way, Becky wins the tournament. She faces Ronda. It's the main event. Ronda, Becky, 1-on-1 title unification. SmackDown Women's title, Raw Women's title. Becky wins both belts.
Hell yeah!
That's wild.
See, and there you go. There you go. That is what went on through this maze of a mind that I had.
And we can all somehow thank Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, thanks, Alexa Bliss. You actually made me think of a better way to set up the main event for WrestleMania.
Because you're that.
We could have all topped that women's battle royal in the main event of WrestleMania. Like, but that was incredible.
That was really good. That was really good.
The whole thing. Like, I literally spent all my time at work thinking about it. Like, I couldn't really get the brackets together. Like, it would really take me some time to do the brackets. I might do like a Google Doc to do the whole bracket stuff. But yeah, that's basically I had a mindset, have the 4 horsewomen be in that final 4 territory, and the final 4 would be in a fatal 4-way. 4 horsewomen, Becky wins it. Hell, to put even more sympathy on Becky, have Charlotte jump Becky on the way to the ring, just to get more of that heel heat on Charlotte.
I love this. Like, this is stuff I would do. Like if I'm bored at work, I would just be like, oh my god, like that shit was some fucking effort, man. Good job, appreciate it. Like, was it that boring at work, or just like? No,
it wasn't that. No, it wasn't that boring at work. It's just like I've always had that thought of a women's tournament, like basically a long drawn out version of the Mae Young Classic.
Right. And it finally came back to you, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna let this go this time.
Yeah, because it kept going away from me because I always had the thoughts, but I never finished it. Like something would happen, and I would just forget about it.
Not today. Okay.
But yeah, that was my fantasy booking. So there you go.
Fucking awesome.
That's
and
amazing.
The show was awesome, I guess. I mean, you guys were awesome. Thank you, guys. And I was here, too. And some of you guys were here. Thank you, guys. Thank you, James. I'm sorry we had to fuck your schedule up. But, that's just how I am as your father. I always disappoint you, and I'm proud of that.
Fuck Chris Knowles and fuck Matt Taven.
Yeah. Subscribe if you haven't already. Blah, blah, blah. All that other shit. I don't care. But, yeah. The TPA podcast, Team Petty Asshole. Dude, next episode's episode 50. What the fucking hell? It's actually 50. Fucking hell. Team Petty Asshole, TPA recognized. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.